okay. Oh, hello, hello, hello. So sorry about that. Holy yikes. Those of you who were lurking before, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Every time, I swear, every time I'm like, no, my volume's fine, but actually that's a lie. That's a usual lie. Okay. My goodness gracious, good golly gosh. I'll just wait and chill. We'll roll on in. Yeah. I'll put my hair up too because I'm tired. I took like such a nap today, and now I have a huge headache. I hate when that happens. Because sometimes naps are like really great, and you're like, woo, oh, and a. Damn, pre-roll ads. Hello, Slav. We had a bit of an oops. Now we're back. Thank God. But I think our lurkers are stuck. But that's also okay. They'll figure it out. Hopefully. I'm trying to see if volume's good for game music. I think that's okay. Okay. Oh, quite the day. Quite the day. Ooh, I went to the nail salon. Ooh. Here's my thing. Ooh. Dark green. And then I got like gold. I don't know what this is. Chrome. And they put tips on my ones that broke, so hopefully hopefully they won't break again, but we'll see. Oh thank God. Thanks Stream Elements for announcing that I'm live 10 minutes after I've started the OBS up again. I have to remember to restart my laptop anytime I unplug my USB thing, because all of my my mic and my webcam and my storage device. Oh no, it could also be me. That's possible. Although my bitrate says that it's a steady little line, so oh no. Oh no, but that's okay. I'll catch you up on anything that you missed if you have to. But other than that, trying to think of what else. Oh my gosh, so I went to the nail salon. It started at 1:30. I did not get out of there until 3:45, so I wasn't able to do like a majority of my pre-stream stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. Everything's gonna be fine. Lies. Lies. I fell asleep, woke up 10 minutes before stream. Or was it 20 minutes? It was 20 minutes before stream. And then I was like, oh shit. I have to do all of my pre-stream stuff. And then I have to do, like, take out all the dogs. And now I'm here. But I'm glad you guys are here as well. And Swab. Assuming your data is working. Also, huge hi Val, welcome in. Val, I have some fun news. I may be joining the ranks of VTubers and PNG tubers. And by that I mean I definitely am, but I need to figure out how to debut. But thank you so much to Suave for making the PNG. It's so beautiful, you guys don't even know. You're in for such a treat. Such a treat. It's like, oh, it's perfect. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But for those of you who don't know, I'll do a little... Hold on. I gotta figure out how to do this. Yeah! Bell Rackpop is also a VTuber and is super fun. I think we were playing Sunnyside at the same time as well, so if you haven't gone follow them and you want to follow more VTubers, go do that because they're really fun to watch. I'm going to try and catch a stream soon. I've been really like off my game with watching other people that I follow who stream as well. And I gotta get my Google Calendar back in line for sure. Hello, welcome back, Emily. Oh my gosh, welcome back. We are going to be doing Tavern Talk. I'm nervous. Oh, dude. I'm so excited. The finished PNGs were out, and a Suave showed them to me. I started crying. Like, crying, kicking my feet, skipping around my house. They're so good. They're so good. I'm I can't even express how exciting it is. Well, we're gonna be doing Tavern Talk today. I thought I wasn't going to be able to stream until 8 today. I'm glad that we're getting back at our normal time. But, ooh, we were close. We were close. Especially with my nap. It seems no amount of time is going to let me get fully prepared before stream, unless I have absolutely nothing else to do that day. Anyway, I'm freaking out, because Fable is still not back from searching for Melly, but Melly's back. And I don't know how we're gonna do this, and we found out that there's a chance the apocalypse is gonna start in 5 days in-game. I think we got through one of those 5 days. I'm not sure. We'll see. But it's close. Without further ado, I'm just gonna hop in, because I really want to play tonight. We're gonna be playing for a while. But yeah. Yay. I'm also in like a weird mood because at the nail salon, oh god. Every time. Nothing can just go right for one day. Come on. And there we go. Okay, great. I was like talking and venting about my grandma at the nail salon, so I'm in like a weird mood. There's nothing, I mean, my grandma's dead. She died. That's what I was venting about. Not venting about my grandma as a person. Just the situation around her departure. Which is not fun. Okay, so Act 3, The Twilight Flood. It's the 32nd of the astral moon. So the dawn of the dying moon, which I think might be after the astral moon. Maybe. I don't know how many days there are in a month. It says Twilight Zinnias. I think we're very close. We're very close. Kind of weird about the game sound. I feel like everything's so quiet. Okay. Good morning, slept well? That greeting ain't gonna do, Innkeep. Give me your best lines, I'll hear them all today. Every time. Top of the morning to you, adventurers. Go on. Peace and contentment be upon you, travelers. Sweet water and good berries, friends. Alright, enough. Every time. You seem to be in high spirits. It looks like they took the quest. I wonder which one they grabbed off the wall, because we had multiple. I think we made 3 at the end of, last time. And it was quite a few things related to the end of the world. Oh! Of course it's the one where she has to forge, like, a fiery sword, so... Not often you get to- there we go. Not often you get the chance to work on the project of a lifetime. I'm glad you're so passionate about this. Hope you didn't give Lynn too hard of a time convincing you. Nah. Once I mentioned Dragonfire, it would have been harder to stop her from going on the quest. It was just tough to find her. Didn't take you for a nighttime soup enjoyer. I'm not, usually. I can be persuaded, though, with the right soup and company. Hello, Kyle. I assume your quest for comfort food turned out successful? Oh, that's right, because Rhea was like so upset and locked herself in a room, and um, Kyle went out to go get her some comfort food, but didn't know what it meant. And now it seems that they found soup. Not at all. It was thwarted by the shadow of night. Oh, dearest Rhea promised we shall endeavor to make shortbread another day when the sun is high in the sky. Oh, okay. I was nervous. He said nighttime. I hope the game music's not too loud. Maybe I'll blink it down just a little bit. Okay. Did I miss it? I missed something. And the stores are open. Okay. I'll need to make that sword first, though. What was I talking about? It's not too loud? Okay, good. Did Carolyn update you on what's at stake? Sure did. The sigils of alcoholic zest. It's not what they're called. Won't know what hit them when they see my newly forged weapon. It's sigils of alkahest. Alcoholic zest. Is the type. So I assume you've worked out a game plan? More or less. Not like we've got a lot of info in that quest of yours. I'm sorry. You worked with that one. You worked with what you had. We'll manage. Though that ever-burning flame of Leviathan sounds more like a myth than something real. Sounds exactly like something you need for a mythical weapon capable of saving the world. Ha! Still, are you sure you're okay with reforging your sword like this, Care? Yes, it's the right thing to do. That wasn't what I was asking about. Believe me, I know a thing or two about the importance of an heirloom. It's fine. It's just... I wonder if I'll still feel the same connection to my Baba when I look at the sword afterwards. Eventually everything she gazed at in life will be gone. Don't you think she'd like looking at the sword of Carolyn the hero? Aw, that's cute. That has quite a wonderful ring to it. I didn't know your grandma, but reforging that sword with dragonfire to save the world, I think she would have been mighty proud of you. Aw, when Lynn is happy, it's the cutest thing ever, because her ears just wiggle and she has like this adorable little blush. Ugh, what a babe. And I'll make sure that weapon is the best anyone swung this side of the Aether Tree. You have a competition to win after all. Yes, I can't wait. I hope they get everything they want out of this. I hope she feels nice about her grandma's sword, and I hope that Rhea feels good and gets the... oh god, what is it? Oh my gosh. When's like the competition that they're trying to enter for blacksmithing? Exactly. I've been thinking all night about what techniques to use. The design ain't exactly final, but I'll finish it during our trip to the Highlands if I'm fast enough. Rhea, are you doing okay? Never heard of giving someone time to think. You seem to be putting a lot of pressure on yourself. This can't just be some simple run-of-the-mill weapon. And there's so much to decide before starting the forging process. Hitting, quenching, tampering. And the 5 frickin' heat treatment techniques. And the 5... wait. That could actually work. I'm surprised you still remember those. Certainly, we were very passionate about the method. I'm just stoked to get a weapon made by you, Rhea. Ooh, cuties. If it's you, I know my Baba's sword is in good hands. You seem to have the forging part covered. Anything planned for the rest of the quest? Right. Since we don't really know much about who or what might be guarding the flame, we're taking Hex along. Yay! Should we encounter any defenses of the, magical sort? As for now, to get to the Highlands, Clay and Tia couldn't come along, so... Let's hope Baya is up for helping us with her tree travel thing. Seems like you've got your bases covered. You as the main fighter, Rhea as craftsmaster, Hex and Baya as magical support, and Kyle as... I'm afraid I won't be able to fill a role this time, Innkeeper. I try to distract myself, but the mere thought of dear Evelyn hurt and alone, or worse. It struck me with a torment strong enough to make even this undead heart bleed with worry. I wonder if Evelyn is now dating the evil wizard that's starting all of this. I think that would be a absolutely hilarious, evolution. No matter what transpired between us, all I craved was to know her safe. But to allow my dear friends to march into danger alone was no less distressing. He was almost inconsolable the entire evening. I didn't want to choose one side only to lose the other forever. That's when I slammed my empty bowl of soup down on the table between us. We weren't going to go off and die just because he took his eyes off us for a few days. And yet, that very fate has struck me several times in the past. I said, well, Tuat be damned if you never get to see me master weapon. Doesn't matter if I have to chew my way through that bullshit tree myself. Heard the dead have a taste for bark anyway. It was as if those words washed away most of the anguish that was ailing my soul. Surely it was time to believe in the future. And to reconcile with the past I left behind, all for my most cherished people. Damn, Rhea. Rhea is just exploding in the background. As long as I didn't forget along the way. But we found a workaround for that. Flashcards! I just need to pull them out to be greeted by the wonderful cards prepared for me by Rhea and Carolyn. Even though they may be far from me. That sounds great, Kyle. There's one about you as well. I'm honored. Oh, he has a flashcard for us. Seems like you thought of everything then. Hopefully. Some help from your drinks would be mighty appreciated nonetheless. Anything particular in mind? Some fire resistance seems like it'd come pretty handy. It does sound reasonable. Oh, thank you for the follow, Infinite Asylum. And welcome in. We could focus on agility if we're already going that direction. There we go. I can speak words. Don't think we want to take whatever traps we run into head on. And add some strength as well for anything we can't avoid. That and the fire resistance should definitely help with forging the weapon as well. Though, that ghost berry I brought you yesterday, I wouldn't mind some invisibility either. It might give us some imaginative ways to deal with whatever challenges we end up facing. Concentrating on intelligence to take full advantage of that sounds like a good option too. Hex would like that. I bet. Knowing him, there's an equal chance of his ideas going right or horribly wrong. If things go south, we'll need the charm to talk our way out of anything. And this way, dear Evelyn will be stunned by my most captivating entrance. Sounds decent. Some intelligence could also help with figuring out those techniques you had mentioned. And my design, I guess. Alright, Innkeep. You look like you're bursting to help us out with this decision. Is it going to be dexterity with some strength as backup and fire resistance, or should we approach this with intelligence, a small dose of charisma in case things go really wrong? And some handy invisibility. Well, if you're asking me... Oh, okay, have fun! Thank you for the follow anyway. Well, shit. I don't know which one to do. Also, man, my headache. It's present. It's right in my eyes, too. I might make my center light here darker. Gosh, okay. We have a choice. Oh, sweet. Well, so we have the blacksmithing quest to go forge the sword, as the backup plan, correct? So Rhea, the dwarf, and Lynn, the vocal king, and they're going to take Hex, the wizard, with them on the quest. Now we have to decide between them having speed and strength and an infusion of fire resistance to go to, oh god, what is it? A place where Leviathan has like his eternally burning flame to forge the blade with, or some intelligence, some charisma, and some invisibility. So I don't know. I don't I mean, there's a very strong potential that the evil guy is going to go. Well, no, they've already been to Leviathan's realm, so the chance of him going back to Leviathan's realm to fuck with anything is very low. I don't know if they'll run into anything, but there might be something guarding the eternal flame. But if there's something guarding it and they're invisible, does it matter? I'm kind of leaning towards the intelligence and the charisma because they also haven't fully figured out the design of the sword. And I have a feeling that if anything happens and they need to talk to Leviathan or convince him of anything, high intelligence would be a pretty good idea. Okay. I think we will do that then. We just have to grab whichever is mostly intelligence and a bit of charisma. This one, the Sparkling Nebula, should do it. And then the Ghost Berries is what they mentioned for the invisibility. I love it. It is so cool. It is. This is sort of similar to when in Coffee Talk. Like, the first Coffee Talk was mostly getting to know people and, like, they would give you a vague request, and then you'd have to discover the recipe of the drink, and there were dozens of recipes. And if you got it completely wrong, then they wouldn't, like, open up to you about certain information, so you wouldn't be able to help them out later or make good social choices with them. And so then maybe they wouldn't go for a certain thing, or they wouldn't be as outgoing for, I don't know, getting a promotion. And so this being like, oh, we're giving you like a magical boost so that when you leave here, you can go do real life things. It's such a great evolution of their existing game structure. This is okay, so I mentioned last time that I love games that are heavily story and character based and that I don't care about gameplay. When gameplay is like heavily intertwined with how you interact with people, or like say a character it has like certain abilities and then something happens and they lose something and now they don't have access to that ability and you have to figure out a different way around a puzzle that would have been easy for you before. I love gameplay like that. I think that that's a neat addition because it brings in that connection of the character and the story, and it makes it a lot more, I don't know, real, kind of. It makes more sense. And I love that. But mostly I enjoy characters and plot. If nothing happens, then I'm like, well, I guess we killed some guys. That was cool. Anyway, look at my Anju. You can pet him, and then its eyes go all sparkly. He's such a baby. I love him. Okay. That's our Sparkling Nebula. Just gonna check back at the drink. We managed to get a second little dollop of charisma for them, which is great. Oh yeah, so engaging and immersive. To have multiple routes and control over the approach, yes. Yes. This also happens with Coffee Talk, where it's like one of the characters is a werewolf, and I think if you don't help him find the specific drink that helps quell his werewolfness, he's not able to like connect well with his vampire friend. Or like something bad happens. I don't remember because I'm the kind of person who looks at the wiki and is like, how exactly do I do this so that I don't have to worry about it? It does encourage multiple playthroughs. I am unfortunately not a multiple playthroughs girly, so I'll look up like guides on how to do things. This is like the only time that I'm not looking up anything, and I'm really nervous about it. I feel like I've messed stuff up from time to time. Ooh, we've used every infusion at least once. Yes, Otome games is the one kind of game where I'm like, yes, replayability, because it's like it's truly different every time. Whereas like this, it's like it's gonna be the same characters. They might do slightly different things, um, or like the results of their efforts might be slightly different, but overall they're still the same people. When I'm like romancing a completely different person, then I'm like, well, how do you function? Like, what's your thing? Which line of text is the correct one to get the best result? Something just flew right in the back of my throat. Gross. Oh wow, it's back there. And oof. Mm. Wow. Anyway, you brought up Otome games, and I'm totally gonna bring up Love in Deep Space, but I am addicted. I am addicted to the new character who's come out, Silas. I'm obsessed with him. He's so attractive. I mm, I finished all of the chapters that I could get out right now that like are present and part of the newest update. Otome Stream when there is a game on my wish list called Touch Starved. And the second it comes out, we are playing it, okay? We are absolutely going to be playing it. We will do as many of the dark routes. The fun part, it seems to be with Touch Starved, is that you have to go through all of the terrible bad endings until you get to the good one. Silas is. You ever see a man so handsome and intense that you kind of want to make him cry? Because a large part of me wants to make him cry. Like, it's like I just want to see you like I just want to see your mask break just once. There's been some hints. There were some hints when he's frustrated that something's going on, or like something's not totally connected, or also like when we infer that he doesn't like us, or when it's like inferred that we subconsciously find him disgusting. My God, he looked so upset. And I was like, yes, yes, show me the disappointment. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I got one of the 5-star dates. I pulled it, like I did the first 10 pulls that they have for the new event. And I got 3 of the 5-star dates. And I was like, yes! 3 5-stars in one pull. I'm sticking to a faithful doctor. Don't worry. Zane is still my number one. Still my number one. He is a stable man with a stable job, and he's the only fucking normal one. He's the only one who's not constantly falling asleep and acting a little bit like childish, like Xavier, but I love Xavier too. He's definitely like, now he's in third because Silas is definitely second. But the way that that fucking little fish boy annoys the absolute shit out of me, I what a toddler. What a like some people Raphael, yes. Eddie, like, listen. Listen. I need you to be able to do stuff. You can't be like, oh no, I can't touch the cat. The cat's gonna eat me. Shut the fuck up. Okay? It's a cute cat. You got us stranded here on this island with your little weak arms. Figure it the fuck out. And how dare you leave me at the bottom of the ocean? Okay? Oh yes. He's so pretty. So pretty. But his attitude is just like, get over yourself, my dude. So I avoid him like the plague. Truly. I was like, my main thing after all the main story was completed between the last update and this one, I was like, well, I guess I'll, update his character so that I can use him during the different like fights that we have to do every couple of days when it cycles through characters. Like, I guess I'll hang out with him. Cool. Um, I think he's much better as like a friend or a professional connection than he is like as a romance option. Now Silas's twins, those are the cutest guys that I have ever had the pleasure of interacting. They ship the main character and Silas so much. It's so adorable. They literally hand you, I think in one of the 5-star dates, they hand you like handcuffs and a tranquilizer gun and be like, go get him. Go get him, girly. Wonderful. Anyway. I love it. Yeah, that same card. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get it so bad. I just also don't want to spend any money on the game. I've managed to not spend any money up until this point, and I don't want to start now. Anyway, but we will play Otome games. When I find ones that I really like, we will play them. I don't know if I'll be able to do the ones off of my phone though, but we'll see. Anyway, back to the kind of Otome game, not Otome game that we're playing now. Anyway. Okay. Oh, dinner date time. Oh, Spot, that must be so nice. I'm so sorry, I missed it. I missed the text until now. Okay, if you want to forge that weapon properly, it might be best to reserve your strength. Also, anyone guarding the flame should be pretty invested in the dragon's well-being. That's what I'm thinking, too. So here, to solving the challenges ahead of you cleverly. Appreciate it, Innkeeper. I think this'll put us on the right track. And with that, we're off to the Highlands. Me and Kyle are gonna go grab Hex before I let him go check on his ex-wife. You go get Baya? Sure. Good. Alright, that's it, Innkeep. One last line for good luck. Make it count. Mind the creak you step on your way out. Heh, fair. Fairly well, dear Innkeeper. Please don't die. None of you guys die. I don't want to do it. Kinda weird, isn't it? What is? There's going to be a battle for the fate of the world. Isn't there always? Isn't that the point of this whole... But Elfie ain't even here to worry themselves stupid about it. Oh, yeah, that is weird. They'd have loved this, I think. Not the impending doom, but all this getting together to defeat evil stuff. Make sure to tell those guys heading to the Twilight Portal to keep an eye out for him. I will. Good. Suppose it's time for me to head out as well. Stay safe, Lynn. Always, Innkeeper. That's right. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I was hoping you were going to be Fable, but I guess not. I'm scared. We haven't seen Fable in so long. I really messed up that conversation with them. Innkeeper, we have returned. I can see that, Tia. I was awaiting you. Though I'm surprised to see you here, Jade. Yeah, well, Miss Holier-than-Thou dragged me along. Some bullshit about finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressing open interest in our plight when we were talking to Iniko. I believe you asked multiple questions that indicated your desire to help. And I remember asking how much you'd pay, and you said nothing, so I said no thanks. And yet you didn't resist coming along. Do you have a better job lined up, Jade? Not yet. Iniko and I are eyeing something, but I guess I've got some time to kill. Perhaps Iniko can help too, then. They better. Not sure if I can deal with Princess here alone. No need to deal with me. I can handle myself. I'd love to have Iniko on the team. Me too. No, we don't. I don't like Iniko either. I assume you have written us a quest, Innkeeper? I have. Take a look. There she goes. She has it. Excellent work. I knew we could count on you. Let me have a look at that. We just have to catch the guy at the portal. Seems simple enough. We could even set up an ambush. Or be sneaky if he's already there. You could sneak, big guy? I can do a lot of things. A few years back I spent time with some lithic panthers who showed me how to sneak up on anybody. I just don't like doing it. It seems a bit rude, you know? No, I don't. I love Jane so much. But I think this situation calls for a little rudeness. Agreed, it does. And for a little more manpower. You're right, Innkeeper. We should ask Iniko for help. Also, Hex suggested taking Voy along. He's great at distractions and knows his way around the Twilight Chasm, should our quest lead into it. Apparently he has family there, though I hope we don't need to disturb them. Anyone else? We considered a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point. They said not everyone is battle-tested and that it'd be reckless to take inexperienced adventurers along. That's what my point was with Fable, and then they've left and they haven't been back, and I'm freaking out about it. They also said we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. I think they just wanted an excuse to do some research and to stay away from the bloodshed. Can't blame them. Melly really wanted to come too, but Dave said no. Is he coming himself? Of course. Made these two ask him before we got here. We need good fighters and kid's got some talent. I hope he said goodbye properly this time. Caleb made sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying death glare in my whole life. It was very impressive. Oh. Jade. Jade, do you have a crush on Care? It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Actually, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long couple of weeks. Sure, so listen up. We make it to the Twilight Portal by the moon pools, and we stop our big bad asshole from going through. I'm just putting in whatever swear word feels right, because I have no clue what it's supposed to be. If we fail that, or if he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm and into Ur. And we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. And if that fails, well, we stop him at all costs. Sounds like a good plan. While you're at it, will you keep an eye out for Fable for me? Of course. Now, Innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in this world, we can count on your help. Can we count on your help again? Yes. What do you need? Easy, we just need we need to be quicker than that maniac. We should be the first to reach the portal. And we should be the first to attack him, all while dodging his counterattacks. Outspeeding him seems like the smartest option here. You're wrong. It is foolish to think his strikes won't be powerful. We need to be well protected against him, so we can take him down before he really hurts any of us. Don't be stupid. If we're fast enough, he won't even get a chance to hurt us. I'd like you to say that again when you're lying in a pool of your own blood. Oh my god. Okay! Maybe we need both? It's just the balance that counts. We could focus on a whole lot of defense, but keep some dexterity in our back pocket. And maybe some of those fast infusion thingies could make up the difference. I could hasten you with some golden feathers or saber fangs. Great. Alternatively, you could give us a lot of dexterity instead with just a little bit of defense on top. And to make sure we don't get hurt, you can give us some of that frost armor Scully keeps talking about. Sure thing. I've got enough frozen pine cones left for that. I don't think Jade and Tia can make a decision without bloodshed, so could you help us out? Of course. I know just what to do. Every fucking time I get put on with these decisions, and I don't know what I'm doing. I think high defense and we'll give an infusion of haste. I feel like that's the best middle ground because this man was able to make the stars fall out of the sky and, like, is harming what is quite literally viewed as gods. I don't think he's going to be, like, not aggressive or anything. I think he's gonna be a total asshole. So let's see where our defensive is. Steel tonic. Do we have one that's full strength and a little bit more speed, or full defense and a little bit more speed? First snow. First snow it is. Where's my Kleenex box? I just had it. Oh, there it is. This room is a mess. An absolute mess. Oh, has anybody seen the new Deadpool Wolverine movie? Because I went to go see it, and it was one of the best movies I've watched in a really, really long time. And was it because of Hugh Jackman's abs? Probably. Yes. Yes, it was. Okay. I don't know, my nose is just itchy on the inside, and I don't like it. Okay, we're gonna go as much defense and speed as we can give without going too overboard. And then an infusion of haste as well. When you have the chance, you will not be disappointed. I feel like a lot of people were, like, worried based on the trailers, but the trailers were heavily edited to prevent everybody from getting spoilers. So if you saw something in the trailer and you were like, ugh, I wish it was like this, and that would make me feel way better. Hold on, we're gonna snooze for 5 minutes on the ads. Then it's very, very high chance that it is actually what you wanted it to be. Unless your hope was for them to kiss, in which case I have unfortunate news. They do not. I was wanting them to kiss the whole time. I was like, anything, like a hug. And the music, the way I need that soundtrack, I need it. It was so good. Okay, for snow. Defense should be your #1 priority. But I think haste makes for a good backup plan. You can never have enough of those. Oh, she's absolutely pissed. Her little vein on her forehead. See, I was right. As usual, you chose the right focus, innkeeper. Ugh, at least we'll be fast, so I don't have to listen to you gloat much longer. Let's get this over with. Alright, Clay, let's go. Where's your friendship bracelet, Tia? You're supposed to be wearing it. Oh, Clay? You should... Clay, are you okay? No, I don't think so. Aren't you scared? Yeah, of what? All of this, the fate of the world, is a very heavy weight to bear, don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can't stop it? Ooh, hit me with that pain, dude. Oh my god, Clay is me and I am Clay, for sure. Because I too am freaked out. What if I can't protect you and the others and the world and the ferrets? And the ferrets? Clay, stop, please. For a moment, just stop. I know this is scary. Truth be told, I'm scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. I've always been told I'm meant to save people, and if I can't, what's the point of me, you know? You are the point. I'm glad you exist, even if you don't save anyone. You're not some mythical savior, you're my friend. Oh my god. And you are mine, and I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. I love them so much. I love them so much. Their development into friends and like people who care for one another is so perfect. Now, are my two D&D characters also a Goliath and like a really fancy kind of elf mythical creature, and both of them are clerics, and they both have this exact same like need to save people and like need for self-sacrifice? Yes. So am I like, this is me? Also, yes. But it's so sweet. And for like, I'm so proud of Tia because she seems like she has such a, pun intended, god complex, but like her being able to empathize with Clay and be like, no, I'm scared too, but it's okay because I have you with me, is so perfect. It's like her ability to empathize with him is I love it. I love it because he used to be more like, no, well, people are nice, and I'm here to remind you that people are worth saving and all of that. Okay. You taught me how to value myself as a person despite all the weight on my shoulders. Yes. I wish you would do the same for yourself. I promise you, together we will get through this. And we will save each other and our friends and the world and all of the ferrets. Where are the ferrets coming in? And the innkeeper while we're at it. Thank you. I appreciate being included. Oh, here's a powerful motivator. That is true, but I think you're enough, Clay. And you don't have to worry that you're not. And you too, Tia. Don't think I'm excluding you. I wouldn't dream of it. Having you two believe in me is all the strength I need. Can we still hold hands on the way there? So it's a little less scary? Of course. Are they gonna hold hands? And remember, you can never lose me. Your bracelet will always tell you exactly where I am. But I don't see it on your character. And if you get lost somehow despite your impeccable sense of orientation, mine will help me find you too. You'd just get lost looking. Maybe I'd have to ask Jade for help. I'd do that for you. Thank you, Tia. You're a great best friend. Oh, so are you. Alright then, best bud. Let's do this together. I hope that was her not realizing that they are indeed friends, instead of her being like, oh, we're not more than friends? Oh. But based on her expression, I'd say it's the former. Best of luck. Character information. We won't need it. Okay. We have new clay information. Let's see. He cares as much about the people around him as he does about all the animals he meets. He knows his own strength and how helpful his abilities are, but that also puts immense pressure on him. He wants to protect everyone, but even a half-giant can only do so much. Still, it's good to see him believing in himself. And then look at his little picture. He's so cute. And his little sketch. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect and he's perfect. What a babe. Oh, hello, Grace. You must have made them some really good drinks, innkeeper. I've never seen clay that determined. I tried my best. I have to say, Grace, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hex to see the ever-burning flame. Oh, hello, Millie. She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks they might help us solve all this. Ooh, these two together is also very cute. I think what might help me right now is a drink. Something that'll get my thoughts flowing gracefully despite all this mess. Give me a moment. Yay, non-pressure drink making. I love not freaking out over everything. Alright. Give her some inspiration. And the power of Thunder Sage. Hello, Theme. Welcome back. Sorry, we had a little bit of an oopsie with stream while you were gone. I had to do a full restart, so sorry if you got popped out there. Alright. The Silent Owl. We have sent two groups on their quests to save the world. We have the Flaming Sword group. Oh, showering and jittering. Okay, good. I'm glad that you are clean and fed. Sent two groups. First group is the Emergency Sword Forging for the backup plan. They have gone to Leviathan's Ever-Burning Flame to help reforge the sword. We gave them Intelligence and Charisma. And I believe something else. Oh, Invisibility. And then the group that just left is Clay, Jade, and Tia. So the Goliath, the Cleric, and the Fighter? I don't know what class is Jade? And they are going to go stop the evil wizard from getting to the axe and getting the special weapon of her. And they just left, and we gave them defense, a good bit of speed, and then also haste on top of it, so that they can well enough defend themselves, but also get out of any situation they might find themselves in. Jade is a bounty hunter. Okay, so she's a fighter type. Okay, and then we are giving the Silent Owl to Grace, who has just arrived, who I think is studying and doing some of the background research that we need. Delicious, though. A thought detangler, just for you. I don't think I've ever tasted detangler as delicious as this. You've tasted detangler? Why was I exactly about to say that? Melly, would you like a drink as well? No, thank you. I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. Ooh, that sounds so good. I think if any more magic enters my system, I'm going to eat the sun. She looks like she could eat the sun, too. Oh, speaking of cats, there was, at the nail salon today, the tiniest little kitten ever. The owner had just gotten a cat for her birthday, and it is the tiniest, surprisingly orange tabby female, which is so rare, at least to my knowledge, is like almost impossible. So tiny. so little, and the cutest little gray eyes you've ever seen in your life. I don't think I've ever experienced a living being that small before. But unfortunately my hands were soaking, so I could not pet her. But Melly looks exactly like her. Just so tiny. On to another topic then. I heard you formed a research team? We did. Obviously Grace and I are the leaders, but we also recruited Scully and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work. I love Una. What a great excuse to help. She insists we don't call it helping. Of course she does. Rufus is helping us too. His wool is so soft it calms everyone down. Right, because he is a sheepfish. I wish Dave would join us too. I guess he's busy fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'd be back soon, so... And he'd better keep that promise. I agree. What are you looking into anyway? Melly mentioned spells. Are those the one Hex found in the tower? Yes, those ones exactly. He stayed up all night decoding their formulas, but as soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So I picked them up. Most of them were rudimentary, all things we already have in our spell books, but two stuck out to me. Care to educate me? Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Ooh, soul binding. Oh, that's the floating glass case, yeah. Hex brought home a glass case with a glowing floating scroll inside. After we got it out and removed all the protective runes, he was pretty disappointed. And a riddle-locked glass case and protective runes seems like someone didn't want it to be used. I'm pretty sure I know why. It describes pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them into objects. Completely volatile magic, and dangerous, I assume. It's been a little hard to translate. I'm trying to figure out any side effects it may have, so I can convince Hax not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced. Sounds difficult, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. What about the other scroll? The other scroll? One of the scrolls he found holds a powerful teleportation spell. Now I fancy myself quite equipped at conjuration magic, but Hex finds it boring. He picked the scroll up because he assumed the golden runes meant it was special. He was right, but I guess it didn't have enough fire for him. More special than a soul-binding scroll? No, but still special enough. I think, if cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in Asteria with incredible accuracy. Even to protected places and other planes, but I'm trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their body. So you think it'd kill its caster? Almost certainly so. It still has a lot of promise. Maybe I can modify it? Best of luck. Thank you. Hex also brought back a lot of Wizard's personal notes. A lot of the Wizard personal. Okay, let's look at Grace's new info. Hold on. Grace is proudly Voyage's biggest fan. From time to time she argues with her brother because to her he seems very controlling, even though she's more than capable of casting protective spells. But now she has her hands on two very powerful yet dangerous spells, and is determined to figure out how to use them. Alright. Diaries and such, retellings of his exploits, of his hopes, dreams, and fears. When I have some more time, I think I'll be able to do a deep dive into who he was. Maybe I can even put a little exhibition together, if Boy and Nico let me borrow some of those magic items. I doubt they'd dare refuse you. I hope not. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. But first we need to finish this research, just because we need to figure out what to do if... It's just nice to have something to do is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's Everbloom stories. He's trying to figure out whether we can reverse the sigils. That'd be neat. Maybe you can duct tape them back together? I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made this whole board where I can collect and connect all of our clues. Specific... Spaghetti. Specifically. Specifically, I've been looking into who exactly that necromancer guy could be. Clay said he noticed some flowers on his armor, and I think that might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist, or they're zombie flowers, or he wants to destroy all the flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is, and then we can figure out his weaknesses. Not that we'll need them, but 'cause Dave and the others will. What did he say? Kick his abs? But looking into it makes me... calmer? Yes. They'll be alright, right, Innkeeper? The zombies aren't going to eat them like they ate my parents. They won't. They'll all protect each other. Maybe we should do a bully run where I'm just like mean to everybody on purpose and make all their drinks wrong. I wonder what happened then. He'll come back for you. I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand. What were they like? Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. And I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much. I know I can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Dave, Carolyn, and Fable come back? That'd be nice. I feel a lot safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again. Melly, you are home. I think so too. But enough dramatic backstory. I'm turning into Dave. Just less repressed and gay for Fable. Melly, you can't say things like that, even if they're true. Oh my gosh. Melly, where did you learn that word? Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on our research tomorrow, Innkeeper, but first, we're going to get a lot of ice cream. Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Save some for me. Oh my god. Melly just says, I did just say. Yes, exactly. Melly's like, what do you mean? It's the truth. I'm just being honest. We'll try. Alright, you guys, have fun. You're back! Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. I thought something might have happened to you. I feared you went home without saying goodbye. I wouldn't do that, my friend. Oh, it's Quincy from Quincy's Tavern again. They did such a good job with his art. I did end up finding those golden loon feathers quickly with a little help from Voyage. But with everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How are things with you, though? You don't need to say much for me to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Hold on, I gotta snooze these ads. We're snoozing. Oh. Is it not gonna do it? Oh no. Oh, it won't let me snooze them. Okay, hold on. We'll finish this up and then we'll see what's going on. Is there something I can do for you? What is there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything is in limbo. Like dancing on the edge of a blade. One wrong move and it's over? Something like that. Would it help if I asked you for a drink? Maybe. You know what always helps me when I'm feeling down? What? A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. Here. After all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Chocolate recipe. A second speed drink? We're being spoiled now. Oh my goodness. Thank God. Hot chocolate. Perfect for the cold nights of the winter solstice or days when your heart just needs a little warming up. Quincy's hot chocolate will have your spirits reinvigorated in no time. This hot cocoa with a dash of cinnamon quickly returns the feeling back into your chilled bones and maybe will make you feel a little less alone. Quincy, you babe. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Now, go on, make me a drink. This one or another one. Whatever you'd like. I'm absolutely making it for you because it fits your aesthetic. We're gonna do our little ad break because it won't let me snooze them. So I will do them now so that we don't have pre-rolls. And then we'll make the drink and we'll be back. But I need to lay down. Sorry about that. I saw a TikTok of Silas at affinity level 60 and I had to look at it. Hold on. Yeah, tails out for Silas, for sure. We're back, though. My god, this game has me in its little claws. Little Silas-shaped claws. And then also this game that we're playing right now on the screen. This also makes me happy. But mostly that definitely not just a starry in a slightly different font. Looking ass man. My god. What do we give this sweet man? I think a wee bit of honey flower for inspiration. Aww, it's so cute. Hot chocolate. Wow, it looks so good. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Well, you replicated it perfectly. My hands and heart are warm. Oh, what a babe. Well, let me lower this volume just a little bit for you guys, okay? Want to sip yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. May the drink be warmer than the currents of these times. Aw, that's so cute. It almost certainly is. Thank you, Inkeep. Okay, it looks like it's loud, but it's like... Okay, there we go. Hello, hi media? Or chai? Chai media, there we go. Hi chai. I'm sorry, I read every CH with the I can't help it. Oh, but welcome in! We have Quincy. Quincy from Quincy's Tavern on TikTok. He is a cameo in this game and he's come in to give us our hot chocolate recipe that we just made for him. He's so cute! But I hope your day's going well, and also thank you for the follow. Guys, we are so close to 75. That's absolutely nuts. Like, think about how short of a time it's been. We were at 50, like, what? Like a month ago? Less than? Way less than a month ago. Maybe 3 weeks, and now we're like halfway to 100. Crazy! But also thank you. It most certainly is. Thank you, Inkeep. Yeah, nice. Of course. I love his little, like, bottom eye, like his little lines under his eyes. They're so cute. So, how are you? Quincy, the world might be ending, Quincy. Quincy! Somebody poked holes in Cassiopeia's wings. I feel like they might be. They probably are. I also don't think that my puffy eyes are cute either, and then, like, I put makeup on and I'm like, oh, maybe they are. And then, like, genuinely, okay, my grandma died, right? And then I cried, like, a whole bunch that next day when I had to put on makeup. My best makeup look I've ever done. It just had, like, the right shape. I got some big old abyss dark puffiness happening. Yeah, gotta get some sleep, chai. Gotta do some sleeping. Also, I am trying vitamin E serum tonight. My dogs. I'm trying vitamin E tonight. Love my dogs. Not E, not vitamin E. That's not a thing. Vitamin C, the other letter of the alphabet, for like under eye tonight. I'll let you know how it goes. But lately, my skincare routine has been helping a little bit. My lack of sleep is not. But that's all I have. I wish any part of me was cute. Theme, don't you have a girlfriend? I think that's answer enough. Okay. We can always sleep later. I mean, no, we should sleep right now. We should actually all log off and go sleep for like 10 hours. I think that sounds pretty good. But then I didn't go to bed until like 3, so you can't complain if you dating. Exactly. If somebody's in a relationship with you, they find you cute. Nobody dates people for no reason, okay? Now that's just assuming. I actually have no clue, Theme, so clarify if you need to. But I'm ooh, I'm losing my mind. Understandable. It feels like an underreaction. It feels like there are a million different emotions rolling around in my head, almost none of them good. Yeah. And if they are good, my worries twist them into something horrifying. My statement stands, I don't think that way of myself. That's okay. Somebody else does. I don't know if you have to fully think yourself as cute. I also don't think I'm cute, but other people do. And so I'm like, hooray, that's what I am. the little butt. I love them. No, I'm not gonna push anybody to think or like try and change their thoughts or anything. You just feel what you feel, and that's okay. And if they are good, my worries twist them into something horrifying. True moods. That doesn't seem fair. I don't know if emotions can be fair or unfair. Either way, it's good to feel things. Reminds you that you're alive. I'd like to feel a little less. We all say that until we suddenly do, and then we wish we weren't so empty. Oh, Quincy, you can't say things like that to me. I suppress my emotions all the time. Feeling numb is my default. We can't keep doing this. I read scary fan fiction just to feel something. I play dating simulators for fuck's sake. Anyway, isn't it good to care again? To have people you want to be well? Maybe. I didn't think I'd care again. Literally stop being. I can't. Unfortunately, For You pages sort of sync up and then we're all pre-programmed to feel similar things. But if you need some fucked up fanfiction recommendations, I got you. You want to explore the dark side of AO3 with me? I got you. You'll need therapy afterwards, but it will be worthwhile in the moment. I didn't think I'd care again. I didn't want to, but it just happened? Yes, just like that. Without my consent, I might add. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes what it wants is friendship. Oh, that's cute. But I can see how that's a scary feeling. So many things are on the line now, perhaps more than you bargained for. It was easier when I just looked away. Would you rather look away than help your patrons? Your friends? No. But now I have to face the fear of losing them. Funny. Funny? Didn't you swear to me that you were done fearing death? That you had nothing left to lose? Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to others, I guess. Will I sleep to horror game playthroughs on YouTube? I'm crazy enough. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, when Markiplier was doing FNAF, slept like a baby. Slept like an actual baby. Now, here's the thing, is I can watch Markiplier play scary games. I cannot play them myself. I would rather not. I don't ever want to play any scary games ever. You can't make me. I don't wanna. The scariest I will get is like the spooky ghost little things in Final Fantasy VII. Okay, that's it. That's as creepy. What I like... Listen, I have enough course hours to have a double major, but my specialty in my English minor is British Lit, which is chock full of wonderful horror. Well, several of the classes that I took on literature were all about horror novels and like Victorian lit, like that deep uneasy feeling where something's wrong but you can't say just what, and there's no jump scares and there's no resolution. It's just a heavy feeling. And then also like female hysteria, like love it. That makes me so happy. So something like oh god, what is it, Homecoming or Coming Home, that thing where this girl comes back from like a trip and she finds her house empty and she like unravels the mystery of like where her sister is, and it turns out she's just having gay sleepovers, like but it's so uneasy the whole time because the house is totally dark and you're finding all of these weird things around, and it turns out your sister's just gay. Like the queerness, the horror of queerness. Love it. I love it. Like, it's a great game. It's a great game. I did just spoil it for all of you, but it becomes pretty obvious at some point. But it just, there's like an uneasy feeling and long hallways, and you go into like the cellar to look for things, and it's like, ooh, it's just dark, but nothing happens. Don't watch movies or TVs, don't worry. This is a game. It's a video game, but yeah. But also like I think The Witcher is the level of scary I can do. There's a few others. There's a few other games that I think I'd have to look up my old coursework stuff for that class, because it was all about queerness and horror. And then the current theory of how all horror that's made by men is about monsters that like penetrate things, so like Alien like eating things, or Jurassic Park eating thing, like there's some sort of like a penetrative aspect to it. And then like female made horror is all about like suppressing your desire to consume, like sort of like Teeth, right? Like the movie Teeth. It's still in a way like, instead of going into somebody else, you take them into your body, but in like a scary way. I love that. I love those theories. Or I guess the other ones. What's the Carrie? I think Carrie is also, I think, in that same thing. destruction. Anyway, the female urge to bite. There's the male urge to dig, and then the female urge to bite is what I'm coming up with. Jordan Peele has some horror movies that do not adhere to that. That is interesting, because there's also kind of a way with it where the idea is the fear of being replaced, I think, in one of those. The inherent feel, and also I think it's different because Jordan Peele is also minority, so it's like there's that other kind of aspect to it. And I think that his explores more of that part of horror, like the genuine fear of you don't know who's actually your friend, or who, like, what other people can do to you. And I think the fear of being replaced is pretty prevalent in one of his. Am I thinking of Jordan Peele correctly? Yeah, it's that Jordan Peele, yeah? Yes. Us, Get Out, Nope. Those 3 horror films. Is he missing fingers? Oh, Quincy. Yeah, so if you haven't seen Quincy's Tavern on TikTok, he's a TikTok content creator. He sort of works in a tavern and gives like really good like advice and is very cute and friendly, but he is also like missing fingers, but it's a congenital disorder that he has, where he was born without his fingers. So I think he has like 3 fingers on the one hand, and then the other one I think is no fingers, or like just palm. I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I was too focused on the drinks he was making. But yeah, that's sort of his thing. But yes, Get Out. Get Out, I feel like, is definitely more of, oh god, I think fear of the unknown is pretty much what Jordan Peele covers, because there's a lot of uncertainty. Anyway, I think the other one that doesn't quite cover it is the one where the kid is like living in the walls, but I don't know who the writer of that is, so I can't say for sure. I keep my "I told you so" to myself. Okay, thank you, Quincy. I just feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle and there's no way out that doesn't tear me apart. Would it help you to know we've all felt like that at some point in our lives? Not really, no. No, it never does. Then let me leave you with this instead. Love may come at the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss also comes with the reward of love. You can't lose something without having loved it, and so you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. Those are the moments that matter, the moments that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed circle at any time. Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think it's what you deserve. Have we done something? I forgot how good you are at giving advice. Makes me a bit envious. You'll get there eventually. I hope so. Thanks for checking in. I think I needed that. Of course, please don't stop reaching out. The safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. I'll try to remember that. You better. Now, I heard the night market is close by, and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so don't let me hold you back. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. What a cutie patootie! I love him. Why don't I get a catchphrase? Oh well, guess it comes with age. Maybe next millennium. Yeah, I think one of my favorite quotes about grief is like, what is grief but love persisting? This bitch! It's him! The evil guy. Hello. Greetings, traveler. It's him. And look at the outside. Get the fuck out of my tavern, dude. I do not like you. Nice armor. Is it new? No. Doesn't it seem familiar? The flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? Is this our ex-boyfriend? Nah, don't get excited about him. He's the reason we're in this bullshit. He's the one who's doing everything. He's the guy with the spooky armor, who caused the starfall, who hurt Cassiopeia the dragon, who set this whole thing in motion. I don't care if he kinda a little bit looks like Robert Downey Jr., okay? With Wolverine's hair. We're not doing it. There's a specific type of evil man that I find hot, and this one is not it. You're in this mess, not me. We're in this bitch together, dude. Or I'll keep holding my hand and we'll get through it. You're along for the ride and I won't let you go. Anyway, now that I'm done being a psycho, if I follow him out, guess what? Fine. Hilarious. You know, I imagined this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. I thought you'd be long gone by now, after all. You like running, don't you? I like it here. Though, your visit is making me consider moving soon. It's not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually the past will catch up to you. I figured. Stupid little angry face. What brings you here, really, Quasar? Quasar. Quasar is such a good name, though. Kinda like it. You know, this and that. I paid Morrow Castle a visit. It's quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing, trespassing. You broke in? I wouldn't phrase it like that. Burglary is incredibly impolite. I was persistent in my approach. Politely, I knocked on the door. Unfortunately, vampires these days have no hospitality. The lady of the house greeted me with a snarl and slammed the door in my face. Not like that stopped me, but I found it quite rude. So you did break in. Obviously, as a last resort. The dogs are barking downstairs. There was something I needed more than manners. As expected, she wouldn't give up her precious relic freely. So you killed her? I would have, but no, the rat escaped. In the blink of an eye, she dissolved into mist. I always considered that to be a vampire's most annoying skill. But at least I got what I wanted. And what would that be? Curious as ever, aren't you? That's why I made it my job. What? Being nosy? Something like that. I get to hear a lot of things every day. People like to talk. You manipulate your patrons into telling you their darkest secrets? I don't manipulate. I listen. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have that you, Quasar Duskbringer, would want? Oh wow, his full name. We've seen your birth certificate. Just a little blood. Ingredients for the execution of a grand design. Oh, right. The relic that he's after is the blood of the first vampire, Mike. Who is given the blood of the death dragon. And that's how he became immortal and also like a vampire. And part of the way of getting like a teleportation spell into the realm of the death dragon is having something that belongs to him, and obviously his blood is just that. Grand design? We were never ones to make big plans. Speak for yourself. Maybe times changed you. Oddly enough, you still look the same. I had to make sure you'd recognize me after all. How could I ever forget you? It seems like it was pretty easy for you to move on. Yeah, well, I don't sit around with toxic assholes, okay? It wasn't. Yet you're hiding. Oh, wow, okay, get angry in my house. Jeez. You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind a counter in a shabby tavern. Excuse me. My tavern is very cute. You're being very disrespectful. Is that why you're here, to throw your accusations around? No, I guess I just wanted one last chat now that everything's coming to an end. And I'm curious about how this old friend of mine is doing. Oh, we still have a quest up on the board. I hope he doesn't see it. So how are you doing, friend? I'm full of hope for a better tomorrow. Me too. I'm just afraid that we're hoping for different dawns. You might be. How are you doing? Do you even want to know? It's my job, and my tavern is open to everyone. Your protective spells beg to differ. They let you through, didn't they? Yeah, grip your little hands. So, how about a drink, and then you tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure, let's see if you still know me well enough. And if you remember what I taught you. Of course I do. I want to make his drink rum. Andrew! Are you shaking? This man is gonna die. I'm going to kill this man with my bare hands. I want to kill him. Can I make his drink wrong? I don't want to give him anything that's helpful. Gave everybody else charisma though, so it'll just sort of cancel out if they have to deal with him. I don't want to give him any sort of buff. I'll give him a cheap drink. I hope he chokes on it. And no buffs. Base ingredients only. I hate him. I hope he burns alive. He's literally making Amdu shake. Oh, he won't even tell us if it's correct because he's shaking so bad. Don't worry, I got it. What a little cunt. I hope he dies. Ugh, it matches his flowers. How about this? Sweet and chatty. Not bad. Almost tastes like back in the day. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. I assumed you're as good at abandoning memories as you are at abandoning people. Ouch. Seems like people are right about one thing, though. That would be... Your drinks can influence fate. They can't save people, but they can push them in a direction, alter their destiny. I wouldn't go that far. I simply do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavor? As I said, I serve everyone in this tavern. How noble. How awfully morally gray. How opportunistic. It's like nothing changed. I want to cut his fingers off and hang them on the wall. I like it that way. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what a little entropy would do. This is not a little entropy. You're literally causing the apocalypse. The apocalypse is not a little dose of empathy, a little reality check for people. It's literally the end of the world. So, like, go fuck yourself. I help. You help, sure. You always liked to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. Maybe people just like me because I helped them. You dinglebat. I hope all your helping has aided you in forgetting them. I didn't forget them. Oh, is that so? I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. Oh, he is our ex. Sucks. I was alone, and by the end of it, when nothing was left, there was just one question. How could the one person I trusted with my life turn on me like that? How dare they leave me with nothing but the stars staring at them alone? Wondering, I want him gone. Wondering whether the blood would ever wash off. Did we, like, literally stab him in the heart? Because that's funny. And how, by the dragons and their false light, is all you've done with your freedom, this dastardly achieved freedom, this. There's still blood on your hands. It took me way too long to realize that I didn't have to give up, that I'm not like you. That it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. They're gone. Not for much longer. Soon the star rain and the flood that washed away our yesterday will open the gates to a new tomorrow. A new horizon unhaunted by still ghosts. Quasar. Innkeeper. Why would you do something like this? Don't we owe it to them? The you I knew would have agreed. The me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless, and some decisions aren't easy. Decisions are quite easy if you set your mind to it. Say I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the stars to rain upon Gaia. An ambitious task. Thank you. A big gulp. Thank you, Senor Ches. I have hydrated. I could decide not to and abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity or scared of the consequences, but no. Instead, I chose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up. I succeed. It truly is that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take. Everyone was dead. I wasn't. Didn't we promise to always stand by each other's side, to never be alone again? We did. Didn't they deserve the same? They did. Then why are you here and they aren't? I don't know. Me neither. What did we mean to you? That's a great question. Nothing. We meant nothing to you. Stop shouting. Jeez. The home we built, it meant so little. That's not true. Do you still ponder about the meaning of life watching the stars? No. There aren't any anymore. Fucking burn. It's better that way. It means there's no risk of getting caught up in trivial things. Like getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain. Like that. So naive. So stupid. It meant everything to me. Don't lie to me. I'm not gonna scream into the mic, but I would if I could. I've seen through the charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Look at the stars now as they lie at our feet, a declaration of your failure, an elegy to your cowardice. And a demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve. Even your little replacements. Soon there'll be no more but a fading memory on the horizon. If you have any hands on Fable, I'll literally choke your legs out. Feels familiar, doesn't it? They're alive. They can be saved. They are alive, indeed. What you should ask yourself is for how much longer, and if the time comes, will you run again? No. But you sent them to their deaths, did you not? I sent them to stop you. I'm aware. Which reminds me, I'll have to leave soon before your little pawns interfere with my threads of fate. Gertrude? Come on. It's time to go home. Who's Gertrude? Oh. The bird that's been in the corner the whole time. Pooping everywhere. Interesting. Care to explain? I sent you a little companion so you wouldn't be alone, but I need her back now. Hmm. You know I value my privacy. And I value the perfect execution of my plans. So thank you for collecting so much information for me. You don't have to do this. I don't, but I will. Anyway, I got somewhere to be. Speaking of which, my invitation, the offer still stands. Join me and watch as I repair what you've destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. My place is here. What a pity. It almost pains me to see you haven't changed one bit. I've moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward, it's not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Or not. I was right, the last care. Oh, and it faded us out. Sorry, Andu. He was shaking in his little thing. I hate this man. Oh, all of our friends died, so you know what? I'm actually just going to destroy the entire world. For no reason. And then I'm gonna get mad at the people who are just, like, doing better mentally than me. Crazy. Literally crazy. Yeah, let's burn him alive. The 34th of the astral moon. We are getting so close to the end of the month that we're in. Cleanse it with fire. Yeah, pretty much. Let's start the day. Even though we'll probably have to take another little pause here in a little bit. Our researchers are back. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna take a little bite of my, I have more of the Madeleines. They're very buttery. They're very good. I just need a little something to munch on. I didn't eat dinner. Well, okay. No, I did. I had mac and cheese. Okay. And everything gets stuck in my teeth now. I hate this chair. Oh my god. Okay. Good morning, innkeeper. Good morning. How's your research going? We have to tell somebody. We have to tell these two that we know the guy who's doing this. Well, we did a lot of it. That sounds good. Yes. I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner. Are you writing that down, Archie? Oh, let's read the character information for the evil guy. Quasar. I wish he wouldn't have come. He used to be part of the Magocracy. He's a paladin. Probably an oathbreaker or something. Chaotic evil, and his arcana is the devil. Well, I am the devil from the Bible, so... Oh my god. I don't like him. What? No, of course not. No notes are being taken here, none. Archie, I told you already. I might be the bestest detective in Fasoa, and this might be the big meeting of a lifetime. But the investigation has to come first. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? Yes, the cutest kitty. The littlest cat. Oh my gosh. She is so sweet and so cute. Here, I'll give her a little pet. Tink, 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 tink. There. She's been pet. I mean, it won't, obviously. Because our friends are super strong and awesome, and we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up. I'm sorry. It seems I can't help but gather material, even now. You're a very impressive detective, and I think my heating pad ran out of its little battery thing. There we go. Perfect, yeah. She is most perfect as well. I fear what would happen if I stopped thinking about my books. Is this what I think it is, Detective Molina? I'm afraid it is. Excuse me? It's a severe case of the nerves. Quick, innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does the patient agree with their prescription? Really, it's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps a cure that'll boost my toughness is just what I need. On it, patient zero. Oh, how cute. It's almost like our arch nemesis didn't just walk in here and threaten the lives of everybody we care about. Actually, let's do a different drink. Let's, defense... Yeah, let's do this. This household is never quiet, and I can't wait to move. I would like to get a new job so that I can have my own room. Okay, for snow. May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges. This is excellent. I could write a novella about the superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay Rishmay? You shouldn't just bear your worries silently. Repay Rishmay. Yes. Faster internet, streamer roomies. Huh. Truly a desire. A faster internet for sure. But I will just be living with my sister. With my older sister. But she has her own content to make, so it would be fun. It would be very fun. I would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths would serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil, so I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been if I had managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Exthralaberry is nothing but a legend. Exthralaberry? Hilarious. The lance of Longwinus? Might be real, but it proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the sword Balmer. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. Oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh, it's a raid! Hello. Let's switch over. Hello and welcome in. Oh, thank you so much for the raid, Emily. Where did you guys go? Oh my gosh. What were you doing? I could have sworn you were here a minute ago. Oh my gosh. I wish I had. Hold on. Let me get a little. Reach. Yay, welcome in! I'm so glad you guys are here. You're playing Wizard 101? Oh my gosh, I haven't played that game in a really, really long time. It's still going well. Maybe I should hop back in. But you had a good playthrough. I hope so. Yes. I think, oh god, I think I just had like made my character as blue as possible. I don't know, I was super into like Avatar The Last Airbender and being part of the water tribe at the time, so just everything I had was blue. So I made my Wizard 101 character blue as well. But yay. I'm glad. I guess I'll give a little background, but hi, hello. If you don't know who I am Razel Dazzle. I play mostly cozy games. I guess similar to Wizard 101. We're currently in the middle of playing Tavern Talk, which is sort of like a visual novel adventure, sort of cozy with some lore, a lot of lore. We just had the big bad of the whole story come in and give his little evil speech on how we betrayed him and left him for dead, boo-hoo. Now he wants to kill all of our friends. But if you're interested in things like Stardew or any other like cozy farming sims, this is the place to be. But that's pretty much it. So that's all I have. I need to get a bit better at introducing myself, but thank you once again, Emily, for the raid. We're gonna go ahead and get back into the game. And if you guys haven't been here before, feel free to drop a follow. We are so close to our 75 follower goal, in which there may be some little presents. Oh, did I already show off my nails? Oh my gosh, yes, hold on. I just got back from the nail salon today, and these are my nails. I got, on these 3 nails, I had to get falsie tips because they broke, and then this one as well also broke, and then I got, like, chrome on some dark green, and I think it's sufficiently spooky. Thank you. I like making sure that my nails are satisfying. I'll be going to Disney World. I know, they're so shiny. I'll be going to Disney World and Universal Studios next month, so my nails then, I might be doing Pixie Hollow, and I'm very excited for them. Very ready. That's my little special thing, is getting my nails done and making sure I like keeping them around this length. But we'll get back to the game. There we go. If you guys ever want to suggest things that I should do with my nails, please feel free, because I'm running out of ideas, I'm not gonna lie. So, but anyway, this is Melly, and this is Archie. Archie is a writer, and Melly is a cute cat detective, the great cat detective. Tiny, tiny baby. They're helping research some stuff that we need to help prevent the end of the world. Yay! Because stars are falling out of the skies and astral planes are flooding over, and it's actually terrifying, and one of our best friends has disappeared and we haven't seen them in like hours in game, like days and days and days. Freaking out. Okay. Anyway, we wouldn't know that there aren't any other weapons if you hadn't looked. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else now. So they're looking for weapons to help defeat the evil guy if he ends up getting his hands on a very powerful weapon of the gods, so that we can, I don't know, chop off his hands and hang them on my wall. Because that's the first thing I wanted to do the second I saw his stupid little face. Anyway. Like my investigation. Oh! Like I mentioned the other day, I really, oh my gosh, now I can't talk. Life is tragic. I really wanted to look into who this weird bad guy really is. With a plan like his, he can't just be some random nobody. His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache-twirlingly malicious, I bet he has a mustache. He does. He does have a mustache. I hate him with my entire being. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like an old wound? Exactly. Someone who he has an old wound. That's why I clicked on that. Someone who wears that much armor must have something underneath. So we'll just have to wait until he takes it off. Once he takes a bath, we should... Actually, I don't think this is a good idea after all. Yeah, don't sneak up on people in the bath, Melly. Still, Carolyn always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy is like a ghost. No one had seen hide no hair of him before all of this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable with the flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean. The ones Clay was able to identify. Oh, I love flower language. There are petunias and marigolds which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. Great. So that told me absolutely nothing, besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world. Duh. We're staying silent because we know this guy. We know exactly he used to be, like, our very close friend. And something happened, and he thinks we abandoned him. I don't know if that's true, but we probably, like, left him. Then I got an idea. What about other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands. No one really seemed to fit, though. I was really, really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all that stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile, and yes, if the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't just be a coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back then must have faked their death, and rebranded themselves as the mustache-twirling, green-armored bad guy that we're facing now. But the thing is that Melly and Archie, nobody knows that we know the big bad. That's the big thing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Emily. If you need to go and like do some post-raid stuff, please feel free. If you need to go get snacks, if anybody needs to go get snacks, go for it. We'll also be taking a little bit of a break in like 10 or so minutes. So if you need to go to the bathroom, do it. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing! Yes, I'll write that down. Good. Fuck. I can't believe we couldn't find anything. I'm adding swear words. Uh-oh. Who taught you that word, Melly? What did you like to know? Archie is freaked out. He's like, oh no, children who are swearing. Oh well. What are you planning on doing now? Why aren't we telling them that we know this guy? It makes me so mad. We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet. We are literally like, if I were either of them and they spent all day researching this guy, and I didn't tell them that I knew exactly who it was so that I could help them, I would feel so betrayed. Like, all of this time? And we're just sitting here on our laurels. That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't a library be better for this? Well, maybe, but there wouldn't be enough space to set up the conspiracy board. You brought the board here? Please bring it out. Please bring it out. Thanks for letting us set up here. Okay, I'll be in the back. Bye. Okay. That was a weird way of phrasing that. I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper. I'm freaking out. Hello. Hi, Una. Well, don't you look chipper. It's good to see you too, Una. You can spare me spare me the pleasantries. Long day? Nah, I was just never really into all this research mumbo-jumbo. I was surprised when I heard you volunteered for the research group. Your info-gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. I just chose the activity that's the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. Look at her little crochet hook. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? Before you get another word out of me, though, I'll need something to get my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring your strength back? Got it. Strength, strength, strength. Mighty sword. Cursed coffee! I love it. I love it, I love it. Yeah, let's go with the thunder. So we're mixing some drinks so that we can get the right outcome. And we're just mixing like basic stats and things. And then for the higher level drinks we have to include an infusion, otherwise we'll never have enough like space in the actual thing. Also, if we fuck up we can do this. Hee 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 hee. What a babe. Here you go, Andu. Not that we messed that one up, but it's just fun to feed him sometimes in his ginormous gaping mouth. Oh my god, when the evil guy was here, he was quaking. And I'm so sad. It made me so sad. I want to pet him. His little sparkle eyes. He's such a baby. I just want to squish him. Just want to squish him and love him. Ugh, I'm so glad that the last break we took I got some Advil in me, because my lamps had been giving me a headache and now I can turn them back up. Here we go. It matches her. Love that. Here, for all that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing, I feel like I could crochet gloves for an entire army with this. You got some more adventurers stashed away in those back room of yours? Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part. Any news on that front? Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is the key part of my job. Spoken like a good little innkeep. I am a good little innkeep, thank you. As for the research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage that break in the sigils did is pretty much irreversible, as expected. That teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And by good chance, I mean like 70%. Oh, Jesus. That's really bad. What kind of backfiring are we talking about? Like killing you? Like killing you instantly. Exactly. Oh, Jesus, Una. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? Her face, I've never seen her do that face before. They're taking it in stride, or they're just too stubborn to give up. I'm not sure. That sounds like them. What about you? Me? All of this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. Oh no. Our pre-roll ads. We'll take a little break in a little bit. I promise. These kinds of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while in this business. I've lived my life, I've made my choices, now I'm just doing what I want, either way. If the end of days comes knocking and I'm on my porch crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch. You're here, looking after the people trying to avert that doomsday scenario. Oh, her little tears. I can't believe you had to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. No, thanks. Unfortunately, you've got a point. I guess I got swept up in all of this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Karen? Not like I need to elaborate. Oh, welcome back, 8-Bit. The big bad was here. He's an asshole. As we anticipated. Not like I need to elaborate, preaching to the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Ha. Sure, whatever. Let me just ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all this is over? You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? No way in Earth. Ooh, information for Una. For someone who initially didn't care about saving the world, she's actually quite involved now. Even though she denies that she cares or that these doomsday scenarios scare her, seeing her actual emotions begin to shine through really makes me happy. I bet her autobiography will be an absolute page-turner. Oh, how cute. I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. Are Melly and Archie here? In the back? I'll go see if the young'uns need some company. We just have a bunch of people in the back of our bar now. Okay. Oh, they're back. Ooh, they're back. Ooh, I'm scared. Okay. We're gonna take, I think like another 5-minute break just to run the ads so that we don't have pre-rolls on and so that I can go get a little sippy sip. But we will be back and we will find out because these guys just came back from one of the Let's Save the World quests. So in 5 minutes we'll be able to hear exactly what happened to them. Yeah, keep it moving in the meantime. Get going. Like that Twitch is saying my message failed to send, but I can't send it again because I'm trying to send a message that matches a message sent less than 30 seconds ago. Strangely, my chat hasn't notified me that there were any things that couldn't send. Weird. But we'll be on break, so while you're thinking about it, we'll be. Oops, we're back. I need to stop looking at TikTok while I'm on my little breaks. Oh, 1 second. Ping, 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 pong. There we go. I hope we all had a little bit of a good outing. I have... Nobody knows what is in either side of my camera here, but you guys can see the background. Nice, neat, clean, curated, truly. But on either side of me is pure mess at all times because I have my entire life in this teeny tiny little room, which is smaller than my 400 square foot apartment that I used to be part of. And so there's a bunch of stuff stacked up where it shouldn't be. But one of those things that is stacked is a trolley cart of snacks. Because I'm a hoarder. I'm a snack hoarder. I go out, I buy snacks just for myself, and I put them in my room so that nobody else can steal them. And I am eating these really good Ghana latte chocolates. Secret Snow. Oh, 100%. I'm a little chipmunk. I'm just stuffing things in my mouth and I'm scampering back off to my hole. None of that sounded right at all. Yikes. Anyway. And what I also got from Super H Mart was candied ginger. And as a spicy snacks girly who loves spicy drinks and spicy snacks, but as long as they're like sweet or not like gonna burn my mouth off spicy, me, a white girl, ginger is so spicy, guys. It like hurts my mouth so bad. No, it's very delightful. Now, if you've ever eaten raw horseradish, that shit hurts after a while. Just whole slices at synagogue, just shoving them in my mouth. I don't know why they had them, but I was like, oh, well, it's something to eat. I don't think I was supposed to eat them. I think they were just for decoration. Anyway, so I had these like little melty chocolates, and then I eat the little candied ginger, and it's perfect. It's so good. I miss Godiva. I miss Godiva stores so much. Oh, chamoy gummy peach rings. You know what I have? I thought I liked tamarind, I'm being honest. I don't really like these, but I have them. I thought I liked chamoy. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. But then, I don't know, it hasn't really grown on me. Where the fuck are they? Hold on. There we go. I have freeze-dried Skittles with chamoy on them. I think the issue isn't the chamoy, it's the weird Skittle flavor. There's something about when you freeze-dry Skittles that makes them, I don't know, not quite taste as intensely sugary. So it doesn't quite help complement the chamoy enough. The chamoy gummy peach rings sounds so good. That sounds amazing. Freeze-dried candies are weird to me. I thought so too. The Skittles are definitely weird, but freeze-dried Jolly Ranchers? Girl, if you have ever looked at packing peanuts and wanted to eat them, freeze-dried Jolly Ranchers are for you. Truly. Anyway. But it is literally like, the texture is foam. Like, it is packing foam, for sure. Like, the expanded kind with a bunch of holes in it. But the taste, so good. It is like concentrated Jolly Rancher taste. So crunchy, and it melts like cotton candy. It's so good. I would love to try freeze-dried Charleston Chews. Freeze-dried ice cream before, you didn't like it? Yeah. Poor astronauts. They have to eat that. Poor babies. Yeah, you get to be in space and do cool things, but you have to eat freeze-dried ice cream. That must suck. But I guess with the advent of more freeze-dried snacks like this, now they could be eating chamoy Skittles instead. So good. I can't get over it. I'm so glad that I'm like a little errant snacker and I'm like, I'll just put things in my mouth and see if they taste good at the same time. That, I need to stop saying things. I need to like stop speaking sometimes. So I had an astronaut came to our school and gave us some. Oh, that's so cool though. I'm sorry you didn't like it. I've always wanted to eat some, but it's never been, like, gluten-free. Always ice cream sandwiches. Ugh, it must be nice. You know what I miss? Choco Tacos. Before I found out I had celiac and needed to be gluten-free, the Choco Taco was my main source of ice cream goodness. Like, and in my neighborhood, the ice cream truck came around all the time. There was one yesterday, but it was a snow cone truck. It was weird. Like, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to drive around. You have to stick to main roads only if you have snow cones. No, I don't want that. They stopped making the Choco Taco. They did. It's devastating. And then, I don't know, I feel like enough people cared about it that they should have brought it back, but I guess not. Whatever. They hate us. Truly. It was so good. What do I eat now? Like Klondike bars, I think? You know how to make them? Can you make them gluten-free? Like use some like rice flour or something? Some tapioca? Please? Please? That'd be really cool. No. Anyway. We're out of ice cream in my house. My older sister found this oat milk ice cream because she's incredibly lactose intolerant. Like, instant bowel issues with her poor kid. Just airing her dirty laundry. So she found this she's been obsessed with oat milk. She found this oat milk Breyers vanilla ice cream. It was so good. It was genuinely delicious. Yeah, we would just need to figure out how to do the waffle cone in a gluten-free way. That's literally the only barrier. The rest of the Choco Taco is gluten-free. The rest of it is fine. I just wish I wish I wasn't so celiac and I was like maybe a little light dose of celiac to where I was able to have like mild exposure to things and I could just scoop stuff off or like take the frosting off a cupcake and eat that instead. I can't. can't. All the villi in my small intestine will die, and I'll starve for 3 days until they grow back. I hate this shit. I'm just bitching. Anyway, let's get back to the end of the world, shall we? Greetings. I mean, good mythical afternoon, adventurers. Hey, look. Rhea does not look happy. Oh. Good afternoon, Innkeeper. Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. It seems wet. Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. The floorboard should be able to endure it just this once. It's okay if you want to leave now, Baya. We all made it back safe. Okay. But please keep the blankets. Oh, you guys can't even see her cute little face. Hold on. Oh, no, you can. Okay. Yeah, there's not much else besides that. Okay. Please keep the blankets. I could make some soup. We should be good for now. Thanks, Baya. Where are you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. I see. Goodbye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. Just talk to a tree. Just walk over to a tree and be like, Baya, I need your help. And then they'll figure it out. Stay safe, Baya. Hello. Well, you're alive. Spit it out already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from that mountain. It's just, I feel bad, alright? So... that doesn't sound too good. Isn't that pretty obvious? Right. More importantly, I have the others... Have the others come back yet, Innkeep? They haven't. The waiting game, then. Great. My favorite. Alright, Innkeep. This is where you come in with a drink. I'm going to explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue fellow. I'm trying so hard. Normally, when I do an accent for fun, it comes out just fine, but for some reason, having to read things while doing her accent, it's hard. And which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from disappointment? That might do. Certainly. Have fun, Val. Defense. Defense. Lots of defense. Defense and charisma. Now let's give him a good strongin'. Give him a good tough. I guess some speed, maybe? Steal time. Anyway, I hope your disappointment will just be a distant memory after this drink. Thanks, this takes the edge off. I didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine, for now. Count me in, Innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it. But perhaps understanding where we failed wouldn't be a bad idea. You guys failed? I'll see what I can do. I guess it makes sense. They just left and now they're back again. That must be really disappointing. Ugh. Okay. Intelligence it is. And we'll give some inspiration with our Thunder Sage as well. There we go. This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42. What? Weird, I don't know where that came from. But this is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really... Is it that bad? You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't just be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something else out by now. This is good. This is better. I'm glad. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine and totally normal and totally okay. Nothing is a problem. And then, like, just fire. Fire in the background. You probably already have some quests in store for us. For plans C, D, and X? I'm sorry, Hex. Archie and Millie couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Come on, Innkeeper, stop joking around. I don't think this is very funny. We have to tell them. Neither do I. Apparently we do find it funny. We haven't told them that we know who the evil guy is. What are we even doing here? What? If the innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting time here? If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the world-saving weapon. And now we're here to what? Have a nice chat? Oi, you're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. Maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. Hex. Sit your arse down. This is no time to lose your cool. We aren't just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach this end first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go running around without a plan. So, are we cool? I'm sorry, not exactly a good look for a wizard to lose his head, is it? As long as you realize that yourself. While we... I don't know why I was reading that as well. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story, Innkeep. I'm looking forward to getting some context. Right. After our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hex. We said goodbye to Kyle. He cried. Then he left for Merrill Castle. Soon after, Care and Baya picked us up. They just stepped out of a tree right next to us. Baya was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's been pals with the Yeti, and she's never gotten the opportunity to visit. Then whoosh! Whoosh? Yeah. 1 minute we're surrounded by nice and lush woods, and then the next. Vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highlands was so fast it's barely noteworthy. It was impressive. I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic. But I suppose the feat of conjuration was pretty cool, even though nothing blew up. And then you had to keep blabbing to Baya about it until I reached the village. Or until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. While the view was great, we were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village Clay told us about, no one could point us towards the temple. Kara looked like she was getting ready to throw people around as they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear that nobody there knew anything. Even though we had no idea where to go when we left the village. That's when Baya let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kinda like this. Oh. I'm not mimicking that. Screech. Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. Oh, hi. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Liddy. Good to see you, Millie. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Whoopsies! I see. Is that better? Hold on. There we go. Okay. Turning up the volume. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. Okay, here we go. So, Baya let out a scream. We had no idea why she did, but before she could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way toward us. Pierre almost tore into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Baya rushed forward. I almost attacked Baya's pen pal. You actually met the abominable old Yeti? Really nice fellow. Also pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. When they did, I noticed their well-crafted ring made of something like opal. Couldn't help but ask them about it. Turns out they got it from the temple. That really got that Yeti talking. I am so bad at this accent, I can't. Hold on. There we go. That really got the Yeti talking. We learned a bunch about the temple's jewelry making business. Oh, they have a jewelry making business? That's so cute. Do you guys have any new jewelry? It doesn't look like it. And about how anyone approaching the stronghold unannounced would be seen as an enemy. What? That's so weird, Theme. I'm sorry. What are you trying to send? Which is a horrible way to run a business. The Yeti explained that only a select group of trusted people are allowed on the premises. They don't want to help us get in, though. They didn't want to help us get in, though. Something about getting our jewelry buy-in rights revoked. But at least we knew the way, and soon that invisibility can finally kick in and we saw it before us. Sandwiches, everybody liked them sandwiches. What? Lo and behold, the Temple of Ur, where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking, though, thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all that sparkling snow. That's easy for you to say. You just vaulted right over all that rubble. Guess we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course, a gigantic wet slab of stone in weathered condition. If there's one thing I know about this sort of thing, it's that gates like this are super inconvenient. Good thing we didn't want to waltz in through the main gate anyways. Now, with the invisibility effect from your drink still active, we started to check for any other points of entry. There was so much rubble, we figured there must have been somewhere for us to slip through. Well, there wasn't. And I was already starting to feel this itch of invisibility wearing off. We were running out of time. Come on, tell the innkeep what you decided we should do next. We might have tried to scale the temple walls. We made it close to the top. Oh, did I give them the wrong stuff? But then the stones started to crumble right under our hands. Hex was the first to fall, but it didn't take long for us to follow. Well, it's good to fall with a wizard that can cast a spell to slow our descent rather than break our necks. And here I thought you guys wanted a big group hug. So weird, I keep getting notifications like something is moving, but at the same time, nothing is. Okay. If you want more group hugs, maybe cast that spell earlier than 5 feet before hitting the ground. That's so funny. Oh, sure, I'll try to practice spell casting while falling at terminal velocity more for next time. Well, you did manage it before we turned into a big puddle of adventurer soup. If only we had managed to land literally anywhere else. I didn't even know creatures that big lived out there. Hey, me neither. Right next to us, where we had that, where what we had thought was a snow-covered mountain is an eye as big as Care opened. Oh, an eye as big as Care. It was the guardian of the temple. It slowly lifted its massive head, and we realized that mountain path we had been walking on earlier was no path but the body of a beaver? Its snake body slowly unfurled from around the temple. While shaking the snow off itself, it revealed its pure white iridescent scales. What is a beaver? Oh. It's like either the kind of dragon where its wings have its little front claws and then it has no feet or very tiny back feet, or it's just a giant snake. Crazy. While shaking the snow off itself, it revealed its pure white iridescent scales. For a few minutes, it just stared us down. A gigantic opal embedded between its eyes shone with every color imaginable. What I wouldn't have given to work with an opal of such fine quality. It's good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The Guyver unfurled its wings from where they had been tucked against its body and rose into the air. An attack position. It struck with such speed we only avoided it thanks to Care's quick reflexes when she pushed us into the snow. All I could think about was that I didn't want to fight it. When I was getting back into position for another strike, I screamed our intentions out. I couldn't imagine the dragon's guardian would be indifferent to our objective. Oh, didn't seem to care much about it, though. Or it didn't hear us. I didn't want to give up. We had to communicate with it in a way that it couldn't ignore. So we choreographed an expressionist dance. No. Not really. But that would have been a lot funnier. In any case, instead of trying to fight it, I told the others to get moving and to get our message across. By writing it in large letters in the snow. Ever try to stomp out ladders while a giant reptile is attacking you, Innkeeper? Heck of a core workout. I think I developed muscles where no muscles should ever develop. Watch out, you might become the first wizard to complete a push-up. And did it work? The push-up? No, the writing in the snow thing. It wasn't sure at first. But when the attack stopped, I saw it looking intently at what we had written. Then it launched itself in our direction again, but instead of trying to attack us, it dove into the snow. The ground beneath us started shaking until all of us were suddenly lifted on top of its head. I thought we were ascending to Tuat's realm for a second, not gonna lie. So then did they fail? This seems like a success to me. But instead we were just lifted higher and higher into the air, towards the temple. Soon we could see a tower emerging from the temple grounds. The guardian must have understood us after all, because it was taking us to the only place I could have imagined the flame to be. Soon we were close enough for us to jump down from the guardian. Then I saw the altar. Oh. Oh. What did you see? That's the thing. We saw nothing. Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Oh! Shit! Just a devastated altar. That bastard got there before them! And an empty basin where the flames should have rested. We were so foolish. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. All the rubble, the poor statue of the poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the highlands. Shit. I should have known that an eternal flame was too good to be true. It was all such a waste of time. You can't imagine our shock at what we saw, Innkeeper. The realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priests hadn't reached us yet. There was just the sound of the wind. and the crushing disappointment where we were all feeling. The Guardian didn't need to say a word. I understood it either way. Whatever emotions we were feeling, they couldn't compare to the grief in the Guardian's eyes. Eventually, we were joined by some of the priests who confirmed what we had already surmised. They lost their main object of worship on the day of the flood. At least our disappointment was somewhat softened by the warm meal the priests offered us. I think they felt bad for us. There's community and shared grief. They were pretty interested in that sword of yours as well. Well, goddammit. Considering everything we've heard in the last few days, the minor divinity of it feels hardly noteworthy. I'll cherish it nonetheless. Maybe I'm also just glad that it'll remain a memento of my grandma. I was stupid to think I could rival her feats. But I didn't expect you to talk to those priests for so long. I'd never seen you so forthcoming before, Rhea. Ain't exactly every day you see that kind of smith and mastery on display. The jewelry those priests were decked out in was a wonder to behold. Straight drippin'. Oh my god, Hex. No. Please don't. Hey, you don't complain when an eco says it. I do complain when an eco says it. That level of craftsmanship is to be expected of Ur's people, I guess. They were really generous as well, practically forced those opals on you. And that blueprint. You're misunderstanding that one, Care. That was for you. I'm figuring it out. That's a sword blueprint that's been passed down since the conception of that temple. And a form worthy of the dragon's might, as they put it. Oh. Then they wasted it. I know you won't hear it now, but if you ever feel different, it'd be an honor to forge it for you. We eventually got ready to head back. I was worried about the lack of trees around us, but Baya seemed unbothered. We headed out to the courtyard where slowly but surely she grew a whole tree. Its branches were stark white and covered in gleaming leaves. I asked her afterward what kind of tree it was, but she just replied that it was the dream of the soil. Don't know what that meant. The priest looked very touched by its appearance. But we needed to be on our way, so into the tree we went. I need a better chair. Ugh. We stopped by Baya's and then headed over here. So that's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oh, quit your yapping. You were going on and on about this all the way over here, too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems, great for your stupid competition. Some of us were a bit put off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. What the fuck was that? Oh no, Hex, don't cry. What just happened? Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. Yeah. What about Melly and the others? I need to. I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told our story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. I know this is a hard time for all of us. But I need to check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex. It's getting late. There's always a room for you upstairs if you get tired, Lynn. It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you are offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures? First star? What does first star mean? Welcome back. Just keep it. Okay. Silence. Where are the others? Are they dead? Are they dead? Why is Jade crying? And goes outside trying to calm Boy down. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. Did he have a panic attack? I hope Tia isn't giving him too hard of a time about it. Something happened to Tia. She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Gone. She's gone. She left? No, she's dead. What? She's dead? Tia can't be dead. You're right. She's way too stubborn to die. Well, she did. I'm sorry. That's awful. Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No. We got away before anyone else went down. That's good. What about Fable? Did you see them there? In the chasm, maybe? No. We didn't find them. Though... What? I found a bunch of broken arrows not far from the... They were all engraved with pretty flowers. Oh my god, did I kill Fable? We have to come clean. We have to tell them. I don't know why we're holding off on this information. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. I hope they're okay. Maybe with a drink they would have been okay. Don't get mad at me like that. What do you mean? You didn't make him a drink and keep? We had a bit of a fight. Oh my god, I killed Fable. So you willfully endangered them? I told them not to go. I hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing could ever stop Fable from helping people, you idiot. I am dumb. Oh my god. I realize that now. Oh my god, you guys. If Fable doesn't come back, I'm gonna be so mad. You should thank the dragons I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. They'll regret it well enough. Don't you worry. You better, if anything happened to them. I should have given them. If they end up like Alethea, I know. Me too. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Suave. Suave. Tia died. Welcome back from the sushi date, but Tia's dead. And then they found a bunch of broken arrows that look like fables. And then they found out that I didn't make them a drink before leaving and they called me an idiot. And I am an idiot. I was dumb. I was really dumb. I hope your sushi date went well, though. I hope you had a great sushi date. I hope it was good. I hope the sushi date's amazing. I goofed so bad. Don't call her that. Oh, wait, what did you say? What did they say? Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Don't call her that. What? And it. Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. We'll stop saying it. Oh, Clay is so mad. Alright, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? Oh my god, now is not the time to fight. What's that supposed to mean? You always run. Of course you wouldn't choose anything else. I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. So did she. I'm glad it was good. I don't know what to do with this information. What's up with her? Please tell me that everything's normal. We don't have her last little block of info. I don't think she's dead. There's no little last block. Right? Everybody else has, like, their full thing, right? Full thing, full thing, full thing. Full... Fuck this guy. Oh, and then this bitch. The evil guy. Look at him. He showed up. He was the last addition to our book. What an absolute cunt. I hate him. Put those tails away. Now is not the time. And then Melly's is full, so who's left? The only one who doesn't have all of their info is Dave and Tia. Yeah, Dave and Tia are the only ones who don't have their last little line of information. So is Tia actually dead? Oh. Sorry, 1 second. I love the belongings auction that's happening in my background. Okay, how about a drink for calming all those nerves? No. Time and place. I'll take one. Need to tell you what happened after all. Even though I'd rather I wouldn't. Got anything to make that easier? I'm running out of secrets, though. Don't worry, there's no need for training today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. But maybe I can get you something to make the words flow easier. I don't like Clay looking angry at me. This is bringing up a lot of negative feelings. Because I really fucked up. Like, really fucked up. Do we not have any new charisma stuff? 1,000 wins. I guess a little bit of some dragon blessing. I'm sad. I don't like this game anymore. I didn't think she'd die. And what if Fable's dead too? I wish I gave them a drink. Maybe if I had given them a drink, they would be still alive at that same point, and then they would have joined, and then Tia wouldn't have died. I don't know, they left her body behind. I don't like the idea that I fuck things up. I like playing games with, like, I need them to go correctly. I need to have best ending. I don't think I have best ending. Here. Thanks for this little taste of normalcy. So I don't really know what to ask. Did you stop him? No. Oh. Shit. He was faster than us somehow. Melly and Baya drew us I was wrong! I gave them a defense drink, not a speed drink, and I thought that it would be good. Melly and Baya drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "If you value your lives, go home." He knew you were coming? Apparently. Jade and Tia argued about what to do, and we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... Calling it the Realm of Nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Boy. And Tia's light. Oh. And Tia's light. We ran into the Necromancer on his way back, didn't even catch him before he got to He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe we would have stood a chance if we hadn't walked into a cluster of nightmare creatures. I thought maybe they'd be a good distraction for him too, but... The Necromancer called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Oh, Boy had said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him and we were up against a Necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. Oh, my sweet baby Jesus Christ. We thought we were faster than even his new army. So we quickly cornered him and thought we would stand a fighting chance, but that magic asshole cast some sort of slow spell on us. Not even one round in and we were reduced to normal speed. More stuff. At least we had some defense. He was right. It helped protect us a lot against some of the blows we might not have survived otherwise. But we were still losing ground, not to mention the battle. He pushed us back towards the edge of the Twilight Chasm and the portal we had entered from. He almost got Voy at that point. Oh no. Voy had just played some sick solo that momentarily charmed one of the monsters away from Clay, then an axe landed in his shoulder. He was on the ground before any of us could get to him, and then the Necromancer just stopped, stared down at him like he was looking at a ghost. Maybe Boy reminded him of something? Maybe his dead heart. Or I guess wait, so would more of them died? I don't know. Or just different members die instead? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like anybody dying. It's too soon for me, thank you. Actually, I would have liked to have nobody to die, thanks. Cool, great. Maybe. I gave Aniko enough time to pull Boy away and through the portal back to the moon pools. It's true, you know, you can see all of the 7 moons reflected in their clear waters at once. It would have looked beautiful if it hadn't been for all the blood. Oh, that actually probably looked pretty cool. It seems scripted that this encounter was going to go terribly. Yeah, I mean, that's true because the evil guy came in and it turns out, you know, that fucking bird that's been sitting behind me? We've seen it a few times, like little drops of poop coming down here. Oh, yes, please have fun and settle in. But there was a little bird in the background sitting on, like, the little hat rack in the back. And yes, so he knew everything. He was spying on us. And then he came in and collected his fucking bird and was like, well, we used to know him, like, be friends. Like, I think it was scripted as well, but I don't, maybe it would have been worse, or, like, other people would have died. Maybe Jade would have died if I had picked, her choice of drink. I did, but there was a choice to give Fable a drink, I think. I'll have to go back and look at the episode. But I felt like I was picking the right choices. And then it was a fight, and I didn't like it. It was probably a different character, yeah. Maybe I'll look it up and make myself feel better. And for all the monsters swarming us left and right. We were trying to cut them down, but every time we killed one, he would just bring them back. Over and over and over again. And then Clay finally found an opening. He cut down 4 creatures at once and got through the Necromancer. He was preoccupied with resurrecting a fallen giant. It should have been an easy hit, but Clay got reckless. That's when I saw the necromancer smile, saw him notice Clay approaching. I tried to call out, but I wasn't fast enough. Just when Clay got within reach, the necromancer swung out with his axe, and it should have killed me. It should have killed me. I'm glad it didn't. Don't be. The axe hit Tia right in the chest as she shielded Clay with her paw. Wait. Because she loves him. She moved so fast. I think when she saw Clay in danger, she finally managed to break out of the slow spell. I saw she wanted to protect him, so I pushed Clay out of the necromancer's way. And as Tia lay there, her body in the pool of the astral moon's light, he brought the axe down again. You shouldn't have pushed me. She died to save you. I had to honor that. We might have been able to save her from dying if you hadn't. I wish that was true, too. We should have shielded her body so we could revive her. I think that would be a little hard to do now. Why is that? When she fell, the necromancer brought her back. Just raised her up like a puppet, like it was nothing. She was looking right at me. She looked so sad because I didn't save her. Why couldn't I save her? Clay! When I saw an undead Tia rise to her feet, her weapon shielded and shield leveled at us, I knew we had to run. That fucking bastard. That actual piece of shit festering asshole. How dare he? Like, literally... Oh, I'm peeling his skin off with a fucking grape peeler. I swear to God. Oh, my knee got cut. I hope his pillow is cold and that the next drink of water he takes he chokes on. I couldn't risk losing anyone else. Aniko picked up Boy as soon as I called for us to flee. Jade didn't want to leave until Boy started pleading with her while he was almost bleeding out. Oh my God. She helped me pull Clay away. I still think it was wrong. It was. It wasn't. Dave made the right choice. There would have been no point in losing you all, too. Agreed. At least y'all got to live. After that, we made our way back here. We didn't know where else to go. I'm glad you all made it back, but I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to? Why did Cassiopeia save us? Save her? The dragons are neutral. The dragons are assholes. Sure are. The real asshole is the madman who killed her, exactly. The one who doesn't like the dragons. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use her to navigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. He's doing that because he needs somebody who knows how to do the right, so that he can access the other realm. Sorry, my volume's probably a little big. She would hate being turned into another monster he could use. If we can't get her back, we at least have to bring her here to give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. If we had stayed, we might, but we didn't. Thanks to you. Don't be mad at him. But it is what it is, right? You said we can't go back, so we can't change anything. We screwed up. We played right into his hands. All this power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything. Hold on. I'm sure you did your best. What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel her anymore. The bracelet, it's just empty. There's just an absence where Tia should be. Oh, I feel like if we had just done something different, if I had been more stubborn, I don't know if you could have changed anything. See, the way that they're framing it, like with all these words of like we should have done something different, or like how could you have given, like it was so stupid of you to not give Fable a drink, is making me think that we could have changed something. Maybe not totally prevented it, but at least like prevented them from being this sad, maybe? Why do you sound so sure of that? I think the necromancer, I think he heard everything. What you planned, I mean. How could that even be possible? After you left, the jackdaw near my window, I think it was a spy and it heard everything. What? How does that even happen? How did you not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, it's not your fault the plan failed. He outsmarted us, all of us. So there's nothing we could have done? That can't be right. What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, we might as well give up. Well, the jackdaw is gone, so we can make new plans. He has Ur's axe, he has an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. And we don't have a magic greatsword either. You've got to be kidding me. What? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Shit. So we've lost? It's over? Not yet. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Clay. No, I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spying bird in your tavern. Or maybe you did, who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of this? Of course I care. I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you, then? I don't know. I don't know. What was the big capital? Oh, was the spying bird? Yeah. Screw this, I'm done. Oh, was it this? What the fuck? Please clarify. He was so nice right before he left. They held hands and it was so cute. These are nice people. For me, honestly, these were a lot of the thoughts of a lot of the things that I also said when my grandma passed. Is like, well, you guys fucking killed her, so like, because she was left alone at the nursing home. But like, which very much the cause. Again, not denying that. We've been helping them the whole way, but I think Clay is just extremely sad. Oh, okay. We'll be back. We're on an ad break, so if we're semi-subs, we can talky talks, but I'm just gonna have a little bit of chocolate to feel less like shit. And they're not. I think one, their wounds are still fresh, like super fresh. Here's the thing, though, it's kind of valid. We knew from the time that we got this green letter in the background over here on the notice board. We knew exactly who this person was that we were dealing with, and we never brought it up to anyone. We have definitely kept secrets from them, so the anger is kind of valid in that respect, but they don't know that we've, like, actively avoided telling them things, you know? Or at least, you know, passively forgotten. It was not. It was not. We told them that that we received a letter. And that it was the spooky guy. I think the only person who knows that they were friendly with us is the vampire, because he's the one who received the letter on our behalf and gave it to us. Man, I don't know. I think it's very frustrating, but I guess this is also supposed to happen. Their distrust is supposed to happen. I mean, we're thousands of years old. We're like high fae from the astral realm and everything. Like, we have secrets. We are extremely powerful, I imagine, and we're just sort of only helping people and then not like we're sort of like in a way we're passively helping people. I mean, because we wrote the quest for them. Did they ask for the quest? Did they go, hey, make us a quest so we can go? Yes, they did. But we gave it to them. We let them go. We did prepare them. We tried to prepare them as best as possible. And they were all ready and excited. But I think, for me, the only reason why I'm excusing this behavior is, like, one, I know once this all chills out, Clay's gonna apologize. Like, that's just how Clay is. He knows, he's just in, like, a deep, deep place of grief, because Tia is the only person who, like, really mattered to him. And Jade also really liked Tia. Like, it's, I don't know. They just need somebody to blame right now, and I'm kind of a good person to blame at the moment. Which for me, like, if I was in the character of the innkeeper, I'd be like, yep, no, let it all out, let it at me. But as the player, I'm like, you're right, I did fuck up. I had choices. I had meta access to knowledge, and I didn't choose to look at it. And I could have saved you all. But, like, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But, like, in character, it makes sense. Is it still rude, and should you absolutely not do this to people? Yeah, it's like this way of grieving is not healthy, to just blame those around you and yell at them. Do I think it's what Clay kind of needs at this point? Yeah. I think if they're mad at anything, like, if everybody was mad at something, it would be the fact that I didn't give Fable a drink. But I don't think they're mad that I, like, didn't help them. It's that I can't solve all of their problems. Because they're used to me being able to do that for them. And when they already, like, feel out of control and sad, not having a way to fix it is really difficult, I think. Anyway, yeah, Clay's being an asshole, but you know, it's like the only person he really cared about. Anyway, screw this, I'm done hearing excuses and I'm done pretending we'll make it through this. Clay, please stay. Oh, he left. You know, he just needs some space, I think. I think he just needs to, like, take a walk, take a little break, do some thinking. Can I have one of those drinks now? Yes, Jade. Don't want to go after him? If I was him, I'd kill all of us, so no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know. Something fast, maybe? Didn't help with the fight, but might help my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. It doesn't seem like everybody's mad at me. It seems like Jade's more angry at the situation. Oh, hot chocolate is good for that. And then it seems like that, like, Clay is mad at me for being not as useful as he wanted. And then he's also very, very mad at Dave. I think maybe everybody needs a little bit of dragon protection. I just wish you would focus more on the person who actually did the issue. And on me, hot chocolate. We finally learned how to make hot chocolate, which is great. Oh, it matches her. Quick and fast. Just how I like it. What kind of treat did she like? Defense all the way. Heads up. Oh. Uh-oh, this does not look good. Is the achievement I just got. What? What just happened? The Wheel of Fortune? Start day. Okay. Okay, I'm really sad. Someone should go after Clay at some point. We'll need his help. That's weird. What just happened? We don't have time to let ourselves fall apart right now. Oh, I guess they returned, like, late at night, and then it became, like, early morning. Easy for you to say. You weren't there. Carolyn's right. We all have time to feel defeated once we're dead. Right now, all is not lost. Not yet. Sure. It's just a bit hard to buy this never give up bullshit right now. If you know how to salvage all of this, feel free to share it with the class. I'm serious. I won't even roll my eyes at any heroic speeches right now. Yeah, I figured. So what? Do you just want to give up? I don't know. Clay was right. It's getting pretty hard to see the point. That's exactly what got us into this mess to begin with. Yeah, but he was the kind of person who would absolutely not surrender in this way. And in that way, I guess we lost that kind of personality force. What, your failure? Oh, no. Don't be mad. This bullshit ambivalence. Ha, I think you guys need to take a good hard look at reality. I don't like betting on losing horses. Of course. Did enough pro bono today? How much will it cost to get you interested again? Oh, you can fuck right off. Lycia. What's up, Dave? Think this through. What would you even do? Where would you go? Don't patronize me for trying to save myself. Dave's right. There won't be anywhere to go soon. I don't want to hear it, Innkeeper. What do you even know? All you do is sit here and watch everything fall apart around you. Don't you dare lecture me on this. I don't think that's very fair of you to say. You really want to talk about fair? Must be easy, huh? All up on your high horse watching us struggle every day. Ooh, we're calling out the narrator. And all you can spare is some half-assed commentary and a few pleasantries. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you mercenaries cared so much. Ooh. Ooh, we bite back. Well, I got there in the end, didn't you? Should have figured. Explains why that bird spying on us all this time was also just a footnote for you. Hey, you always go on and on about your responsibilities as an innkeeper. How is your duty your duty to serve anyone that walks through those doors. If that necromancer asshole walked in here, would you offer him an ear and listen to his story? Would you serve Alethia's murderer a drink with the same smile you do for us? We did. We literally did do that. We, like, literally did. Hey, maybe he'd bring her corpse along. Good thing you'd already know what drink to serve her. That's fucking mean. That's cruel. Why are you defending them? You should be just as pissed as me. That elf is gone because they couldn't get over their own ego, right? It's not the problem. Not my ego. It's that they were literally inexperienced in trying to throw themselves into a situation that was way bigger than them, all by themselves. Right after a major flood. For all we know, Fable could be dead in a ditch somewhere. We wouldn't know. My drinks aren't miracle tinctures. They can't move mountains. But they could provide the edge between life and death, couldn't they? And you decided to refuse them that help because you were petty. I was not being petty. Not that like it matters now. Don't talk like Fable's already dead. Maybe you should have thought harder before letting Fable walk away like that. Why do I feel like the game itself is mad at me right now? What happened to believing in them? If there's even a chance they might come back, I'll keep these tavern doors open. Good to know you seem to have somewhat of a heart. Girl! Whatever. Whatever. I don't know what else you want me to say. Just try to say something that doesn't make it sound like you've already given up. Like you didn't give up the moment things turned rough at the chasm. Leave Dave alone. That was different. People were dying. A lot of people will die soon because we ran. So unless you have some big idea for how to fix this world... Oh, I know. You could just set up another hit, Dave. That way someone else can take care of your problems again. It just won't be me this time. Innkeeper, Carolyn, it's been real. Or not. But risking Clay's temper seems more meaningful than sitting here, so goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, dude. I don't like that. She does have a point, doesn't she? It's... I don't know what to do anymore. I think that's the point. The point that they have is, like, I feel fucking helpless and hopeless, but being mean to me is still not nice. I'm doing my best, okay? We're all just doing our best, and somebody died. While we were all doing our best. On our way back from the Highlands, I was thinking... I could just go see my family, but would I even reach them before the sun sets for the last time? I could have tried. Instead, I'm here. I'm not sure why. There must be something left to do. Maybe if we have the element of surprise with your sword, we might... No, this sword can't save this world, and neither can I. I think it's the Belmore sword that Archie mentioned earlier. I think that's exactly what she has. This sucks dick. Oh my fucking god, what happened to you? Fable's back! Fable's back! And they have pretty horns. Something tells me that they went and talked to a dragon and made a bunch of friends. Am I seeing things? Fable? Hello, everyone. God fucking damn it, Fable. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome back. I'm back. Somebody pinch me. Oh, Fable's back. Have they, like, gained some sage knowledge and, like, with the dragons or something, and is now going to help fix everything and give us the solution to our problems? Because I feel like that's going to happen. Ow. I said pinch, not punch, Carolyn. That wasn't a punch, I'll show you. Wait, it's really me. Even though I do look a little different. Is it weird? No, it suits you. Gay. Looking badass, Elfie. Thanks, I like it too. I like the horns. They look very, horn-y? Why did we say that? Nope, that sounds wrong. Let me try again. Take your time. They are very pretty, beautiful, effervescent. Do you need one of your own drinks, innkeeper? Well, yes, your horns look so horny, Fable. Well, what I really want to say is, I'm so glad you're okay, Fable. And I'm happy you're back. And I'm sorry. I'm really happy to see you as well, innkeeper. Have fun. Hi, Slugcat. Have fun looking. And there's so much for all of us to talk about. Wait, before that, first and foremost, I want to say that I'm truly sorry. Okay, thank you. Water for me. And I'm gonna take a little ginger candy. Oh, I love having little nails to like pick up. It's like having chopsticks on the ends of my fingers, so I can just touch things. Getting hot pans out of the oven, so easy. So easy if you have half-inch long nails to just, you know. Anyway, first and foremost, I want to say that I'm truly sorry. I should never have refused to make you a drink. No matter what insecurities I was dealing with. I was not dealing with insecurities, I was worried for them. I should have never let them get in the way of keeping you safe. That's true. It was reckless of me to refuse them a drink. I made it back, didn't I? And I thank the dragons for that. But I still ended up acting like a giant hypocrite. None of my encouragement was ever given in falsehood, yet learning to trust in the abilities I knew you had. It was hard to trust in you while worrying for your well-being was eating me whole. The worry of losing a friend. Don't you mean regular? No, you're my friend. If you still have me. You know, I thought a lot about our last conversation. I was upset at first, but most of all I was afraid that we'd never talk again. I didn't even know if I ever wanted to come back to this tavern. Maybe the me from a few weeks ago would have been just stayed away, but you're important to me too, Innkeep. And I wanted to be brave for the both of us. I love you so much, Mabel. I'm so sorry. My beautiful dragon baby. So I came back to hear you out. And I'm happy I did. Glad you're both finally able to resolve this. That conversation must have really eaten into your word count for the day, Innkeeper. Go fuck yourself, Dave. Worth it. But yes, you'll have to carry me from here on out, Dave. I'll try my best. Oh, right. Guys, we don't have time to chat. There's this necromancer that stole Ur's axe. I don't know who he is or what he wants to do with it, but we have to stop him. Why are you guys looking at me like that? It might be good to get everyone up to speed. You go first, Fable, and you got us at the edge of our seats. Well, as you know, I was searching for Melly around the portal of the Twilight Chasm. I couldn't find any clues, not with the devastation left behind after the flood. And then a thought struck me. What if Melly was pulled into the portal by the waves? That would have been a nightmare. Literally. And even if I could swear I saw the shadows around the portals moving, or the fact that it's the entrance to the plane called the Nightmare Realm, I couldn't just abandon my friends, so I went through the portal. How did that go for you? To be honest, I barely remember what happened when I first went through. The distorted landscape, the giant, gangly creatures roaming around, my heart was beating out of my chest. All my blood was in my ears again. Eventually I found an alcove that gave me some shelter. But I just couldn't stop freaking out. In my blind panic, I had run so far away from where I entered that the chance of finding any traces of Melly was almost zero. Shit. So what did you do next? I must have fallen asleep. What? Excuse me? Well, all that running and worrying got me so exhausted I must have just passed out. It was weird falling asleep in such a strange place. I couldn't remember any dreams afterwards, just the sense of disquiet and unease. When I woke up, the Twilight Chasm looked different to me. It didn't scare me so much anymore. Moreover, I felt almost melancholic as I regarded its deep purple horizons. And suddenly, close to my alcove were spiky mountains split the sky. I saw entrances to tunnels that hadn't been there before. My curiosity got the better of me and I ventured inside. The deeper I went, the more I started seeing veins of precious stones lining the walls. Ooh, her nightmare turned into a dream. Their nightmare turned into a dream. And soon the tunnel widened into a huge cave. And I mean, it was huge, gigantic. I wasn't even able to see the ceiling anymore. Turns out, somehow I had stumbled from the Twilight Chasm into the center of the plane, not the dragon, but in front of me was the sleeping form of the Elder Dragon themselves, looking more awake than they should have been. I can only guess that the water covering the floor must have roused them. Oh. The flood had even managed to reach Ur's cavern. You mean the dragon that, if woken too early, will bring about the end of everything that was awake? Yes. Great. Another apocalypse. Do we get double points for a combo? Wait. I haven't finished my tale yet. But you're right, it didn't look good, especially when the necromancer appeared. I hid behind a formation of stalagmites as soon as I noticed him. Something about his presence and armor seemed off. He was followed by a couple of undead creatures dressed in farmer's clothing. I was still debating whether to reveal myself or not when he began to cast a strange spell. A green mist started to coalesce around Ur's head, then their eyes flew fully open. I was stunned when I saw their gaze. Their presence had suddenly become stifling. Whatever strange visions the mist revealed seemed to enrage them. Their roar must have shaken the whole plain. But while was distracted, the necromancer tried to retrieve their fabled axe wrapped in their tail. It was a gut feeling, but I just couldn't let him take that axe. I had to stop him. But as soon as he took hold of the large weapon, he turned to look right at me. My legs felt like goo. I was shaking so bad it was hard to draw breath. I knew at that moment, should I try to fight him, I would die. It was by pure luck that, in that moment, shook off the mist and lunged for the intruder. The undead creatures used their bodies to shield him, shattering upon impact with Ur's claws, while the necromancer cast the same mist spell again. The spell connected with ease, giving him the precious seconds he needed to escape. For a while, nothing happened. There was just silence. I think desperation made him brave, or blind to consequences, but I could hesitate no longer. Oh, I'm gonna take another sip of water. If that necromancer was to use the axe for evil while I had the chance to stop him and didn't. So I abandoned my hiding spot and ran towards begging them for help. Just ask the Elder Dragon for help? Yes, it seemed like my only option at the time. How did they answer? With a riddle. It went something like this. Gems and jewels I create, yet my most precious treasure I still await. Sought by many, found by the lucky. It blessed the eldest and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, and a mortal's delight. So close to death, unseeing you find. What little mortal do I seek? I was never good at any riddles. Prefer a more hands-on approach. Just admit you don't have the patience. We have that in common. To be honest, I could barely think past all the emotions warring within me. And so I just said the first thing on my mind. I told them how much I didn't want to answer a riddle just then. Saving people shouldn't depend on getting a riddle right. And if wanted something in the first place, maybe they shouldn't speak in riddles. And communicate clearly instead. Wow. You said that to their face? I got caught up in the moment. I love fables so much. It seemed to surprise them, judging by the rumbling chuckle they let out. Is that the giggle that we felt? The little bump up and down? Eventually, told me that all they wanted to do was fall back asleep. So I pulled out my lute and played the Elder Dragon, a lullaby. Just as I could see their eyes starting to droop, they lifted one gigantic talon to my forehead. A strange heat ran through my body, and a floating orb of blinding blue fire appeared in front of me. It was so warm and kind. It tickled my nose, and when I couldn't hold in my laughter any longer, I, accidentally ate it? Before I could panic about wasting gift, their gaze let me know that everything was fine. That their flame would stay with me from then on, and that this strength was their boon to me to this world. The makeover was included, I guess. And that's all there is to it, really. I think that was plenty. That's astonishing. It's not like I did anything special. Anyone in my position would have done the same. No, I think this has fable written all over it. I did forget to bring a cool trinket back for you. I think you brought back something a lot more important. Hope. Oh! Elfie, are you saying you can actually produce dragon fire now? I think so. I practiced recreating the orb on the way here, but I still have a long way to go. Ha! I feel like I'm missing some context here. Later, I need to get Rhea right now. Right, we can use your fire breath! Rumor unlocked friendly fire. Fable has returned from their encounter with with a mysterious ability, the power to create dragon fire. Hope is rekindled at last. Ooh. Yeah, here we go. I guess these will be our final rumors? Maybe? Or our final sets of rumors? That was fast. Can't blame her. I heard you might have some dragon fire from a sword. Good to see you back in one piece, Fable. Good to be back in one piece. So what's the situation? Is there a new plan? Yes. Maybe we'll need to figure out the details. But it's fair to say we've been given another shot. Right. If there's any smithing to be done, you know I'm with you. How long do you think you'll need to reforge the sword? With that blueprint from the Highlands, it'll go a lot quicker. I'm confident I'll be able to make a darn fine sword. They'll be ready before sunrise, got no time to waste. Right. I'd still really like to know what we can waste time on. Let's discuss it with the others. Melly is a lot better explaining this kind of stuff. She's safe? Yes, she's safe. Innkeep, I trust you have some quests locked and loaded for us at top of the morning? Of course. I guess we'll see you tomorrow, Innkeeper. Rest well, everyone. Our last quest, I suppose. Fight of Hopes and Dreams. All might seem lost, but the fight is not over yet. Quasar can still be stopped at the Aperture. He is in the possession of a draconic weapon, but so are we. Thanks to Fable and their newly obtained dragonfire, we were able to forge a weapon to withstand his evil powers. There we go. I think that's where I'm going to end it for the day, too. Seems like a good stopping point, and we're almost been at this for 4 hours, so... I totally lost track of time, too. Crazy how that happens. What's the next day? Okay, 35th of the Astro Moon. We started on, I think, the 32nd today? So we're 3 days in, which means we either have 1 more day or 2 more days until the dying moon. Which is the apocalyptic condition. Alright. Well, I'm glad Fable's back. I had wondered if one they would be back and if like them being back would like give us any hope. It seems like we are now fully rekindled and maybe everything was meant to happen the way that it did. Still super upset that Tia is possibly dead, but maybe we'll be maybe if we like kill Quasar, then it'll break the necromancy, and then maybe her fellow clerics can help her. I don't know, because it's clear I think that they're gonna go to her temple and try and get her to do the rite, so that they can go into the spirit realm. I don't know, guys. Anyway, well, at least Fable's back, safe and sound, for the most part. And I kind of am tempted to do a double Tavern talk next week, where we'll do it on Thursday and Saturday. It is tempting. Just because I want to get through it. We are very close to, like, several other games coming out that I'm, like, scheduling-wise. I want to finish this game before we hop into anything else. Anyway, thank you for everybody today who followed us. We are now at 67, which is crazy. Super. Ooh, there you go. Super crazy. I'm gonna end it for the day. We've been at this for 4 hours. It's been a long time. I thought it was a forever stream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It'll happen eventually. Maybe once I move, I'll do longer and longer streams, but right now I just need to focus on making sure that I find a new job so that I can get out of here and I can fund the stream better. We do have a little goal for bits down below. Not bits, but our channel points, doing an art stream. So if you feel like contributing your little channel points to it, you can. If you want to save them for silly little sounds, also fine. Do whatever you want. That's pretty much all I have. We're going to continue with Stardew on Saturday. And I think we're going to finish the summer on Saturday. We're so close to the end of the summer. It is tempting to then take a break from Stardew for a little bit, and I might do that. I think taking a little break every time we finish a season is kind of good in a way, because it allows us time to do other stuff. So I might do that. I'll find out what else we need to do for next week then. Maybe we'll just do Tavern Talk the whole time. Probably not. Or, ooh, Dress to Impress. We might. There's several other things that we can do too. There's a lot of options. But, I will release the schedule on Tuesday, as always. Like, hopefully I'll remember to do it early in the morning, or I can do it on Monday instead. But I'll give some thought to it and see where we land. Other than that, I'm so glad that you guys joined us, and thanks again to Emily for rating, and we are so close to the 75 followers. I think the PNG tuber is ready, but I want some time to plan my debut. I think maybe at 100 we debut it, maybe? I want to give like a reward in a way, but I'm not sure what else I could do. And then I don't know, maybe we'll run for a really long time, or play a game that you guys vote on while in our little PNG form. Maybe that. Anyway, if you haven't joined the Discord, please do so. I'm going to try and make changes to it, hopefully over the weekend, so that it, like, looks good, and then I'll be working on some of my alerts. There's a lot of work to be done, but we're getting there. We're moving towards it. Slowly but surely, getting the stream to look good. Okay. Anyway. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you guys next time. Bye!